as charismatic as he is, as charismatic as Xavier Woods is, I don't know, because usually with tag teams, there's always like one. There's the Shawn Michaels, and then there's Marty Jannetty, or there's always one that when they get the push, the other one gets left behind. Like
I know what you're trying to say. It's like Destiny's Child. It's like there's Beyonce, Kelly, and then there's Michelle.
Yes,
but I don't think Xavier Woods is Michelle.
They was kind of treating him like Michelle. I don't know, maybe because I watch a lot of wrestling reviewers, and a lot of people sleep on Xavier Woods, and I said that man can wrestle, but he came in. But it's not his fault. But he came in as sort of a jobber to where Kofi and Big E, they was kind of like already names.
It took Kofi a while.
No, it didn't. Kofi had a push.
Yeah, he had a push, but
he had a push. He had to push until Randy Orton fucked him over.
But
the thing about Kofi Kingston is he was always a solid mid-carder. He always established himself.
He always put on the show. That's what made. That's the thing about Xavier Woods. I just feel like Xavier Woods when he gets in the ring, he puts on the show. I would love to see an Xavier Woods versus Daniel Bryan one-on-one fight.
Well, we're not gonna get that no more.
I know.
Never say never.
Never say never, but that
you're right.
At its peak, that is a fight I would like to see because I see a lot of Daniel Bryan and Xavier Woods.
It's interesting.
I'm just glad they're doing what I wanted them to do. Keep the group together, but let them do individual shit.
Of course, that's how. That's
because usually
the one thing they never got right. They never got that right. It was always
because usually it's always the opposite. Is they break them up and then everybody goes do. But why don't you just keep them together and go ahead?
I feel like they only do it when the group is formed after they're already established. Like when you got like D Generation X for the most part was already established. Were already established wrestlers before they, by the time they actually came together. So it was easier for them to still be doing their own shit while still doing shit together.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? So when you got it was really, you had two mid card athletes, and you had one manager turning athlete, like he was turning into an everyday, in the ring performer. But you had two mid card people who really didn't establish themselves. I mean, Big E was fucking Dolph Ziggler's henchman for a minute, and then you had, like Father said, Kofi Kingston was a great mid card fighter for a long ass time. So it's different. So they actually got it right this time.
Yeah, but with Big E, he was NXT champion before he moved over. So when he was with Dolph Ziggler, Dolph Ziggler at the time, he was in a major push because he was with AJ
so he was getting a lot of screenplay. Big E was, we were definitely intrigued on how good Big E was when he was with Dolph Ziggler. He was one of those people. Like you damn, I wonder how fucking good he'll be by himself.
3 ain't enough, man. I need 5.
3 ain't enough. I need 5. I still wish they did a 5-count match on Raw because I know they did one on NXT. A 5-count match. It's like that'd have been good. I feel like they could still do that, but I don't think they're going to.
Who would you want in that type of match? Because that's almost like an Iron Man match.
Drew McIntyre. Even though they just fought.
Absolutely.
Drew McIntyre. Absolutely. I think that'd be dope. They just had a great match.
Absolutely.
I just feel like Dolph Ziggler can make anybody look good. If Dolph Ziggler doesn't make you look good, you just suck.
Except himself.
What? Man,
Dolph Ziggler could sell water to a whale. You see how that boy be selling?
Yeah, he be selling like shit. But he can't never
sell boy, I would buy anything Dolph Ziggler selling.
He can't sell himself.
Nah, what? He can definitely sell himself. I don't know what you're talking about.
He can't sell. He hasn't sold me yet. I'm sorry. I'm just not the biggest fan of Dolph.
I mean, that's fine, but yeah, he sold himself many times.
He's amazing. Don't get me wrong. As far as being like just the complete package, I'm mad that I don't like him because they haven't pushed him like I want them to. I wanted him to be Seth Rollins.
Hey, man.
That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted him to be Seth Rollins before Seth Rollins came.
You know who beat Seth Rollins? Big E for the NXT Championship.
Fact.
Hold that thought, Q. I would like to welcome everybody to You Know What? Let me just say podcast. I'm your host, Ray. With me, as always, we have Father.
Hello.
We have D Wolf.
Greetings.
We have Crystal.
Hola.
And we have Q the Reach God.
Yo.
Now, you see him as Seth. You wanted him to be Seth Rollins? You mean like the Seth Rollins we're getting now?
No. I mean, like, the push Seth Rollins got is what I wanted Dolph Ziggler to get.
The authority push?
Sorta. So I think I feel like I don't know. He like Dolph Ziggler reminds me of Shawn Michaels too much.
Oh yeah. That's
you get what I'm saying? So that type of push is like it's something I'm used to. I'm used to the pretty motherfucker who can do every fucking thing in the ring, who can sell the shit out of a fucking match, who can perform his ass off and can do promos, like
and can wrestle. He can legitimately wrestle.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's a top performer and he can cut a promo. Like I'm expecting him to get that type of push.
You know, it's funny the way you feel about Dolph Ziggler, the same way I feel about Cesaro.
It almost happened.
It almost happened. It did. It was almost big. We almost got we almost got a GOAT version of his ass.
It seems like it always almost happened, but it never does. So it's just
him and Sheamus.
I feel sorry for Cesaro. He's just like, I'm pretty sure he's getting paid a lot of money, but his talent is getting wasted on that.
I won't say wasted. I would say underutilized, but I would definitely not say wasted.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, Sheamus has been champion a couple times. Sheamus has definitely been like he was just United States champion. He was WWE champion. He's had the belt.
I don't think
Cesaro,
he grabs and goes. Cesaro needs to be a champion eventually. Like he needs to turn heel and just go fuck everybody up.
He's been heel.
I know this. I know he came in as a heel. I know this. He's been a heel by himself. He's been a heel in the tag team. He's been a heel. But it's just like you get what I'm saying. Like
you think he's better heel.
Yes. Like Kurt Angle, like go fuck everybody up. It's true. I'm living in the past so much. Oh God.
I was about to say, I think Kurt's best work is when he's a comedic heel.
That's what I'm saying. It's true. It's damn true.
I was just watching for some random reason. I was watching him and the Godfather, and this was Godfather's Pimpin' Ain't Easy shit, and Kurt Angle walking down the ramp talking about abstinence is fucking hilarious. And like to me, I said, wow, Kurt Angle was fucking gold here. It's just like, and it works. But Kurt Angle is always good. I don't know. But I think Cesaro's good too. But I think if he definitely I'm not saying he should, but let's just say if he goes to AEW, he would definitely be a top performer or some shit like that.
I don't want him to go to AEW.
I don't either, and I'm not. I just don't.
No, the reason why I'm saying that is because AEW already got enough people.
Yeah, they stacked.
They have a stacked ass roster. It's getting to the point
their
where
video game would be amazing.
Bruh.
I tell you that much. If they came out with a wrestling game, that would be pretty fucking good.
Now they already
Let's hope
got
people
enough
buy it.
Yeah, they ain't got enough people, but you get what I'm like. Just the roster they got now. It's like, oh shit, you got something.
Yo, did you see that botch? That women's wrestling botch?
Which one?
I don't remember the wrestler, but she looked like she landed on her fucking head.
Wait, on AEW?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
You know what? I'll look for it and I'll send it to you later. Since we already into the wrestler, we're talking about Crown Jewel. I don't know if a lot of the people on the panel watched it. I know I came in late. I missed the first 2 matches, but I caught the rest of the show. I think it might be at least top 2 cards, best cards the WWE done had this year. And I'm counting NXT as well. Father, you watched it. What did you think?
I thought it was a pretty good show. The matches were solid. Again, yeah, the card was pretty good for a freaking pay-per-view in Saudi Arabia. But like everybody did their thing. I was pleased. My only issue was the ending. The way Roman Reigns won that match, but all in all, it was a good show. I enjoyed it.
I'm glad they didn't waste it on old people. Sorry, Triple H. Sorry, Undertaker.
Goldberg was there.
Yeah, but still. I mean, like...
Goldberg's like 56. I just looked him up. Goldberg's like 56. Bobby's like 46. I did not know that.
The main event was top-tier fight. It wasn't living in the past. Let's go to the heads of time. This is the last fight type shit no more. It was looked at as a regular pay-per-view. I'm just saying. I had to watch Undertaker and Triple H fight again. I had to watch too many fucking old people fight at Crown Jewel. Like it doesn't. I'm glad to see something.
Yeah, that's different. The payday right there, bro.
Man, Vince. There you go. Something like Vince.
It's true.
It is.
You don't like facts?
Yeah, it is fact. I ain't never said Vince was a liar. I'm just like, goddamn, Vince, come on, man. Shit. We get it. You rich, man. Fuck. But it's all good. It was good. I like the last match. The last match was good.
I think Seth Rollins and Edge was match of the night, though. But you know what? The triple threat came close, though.
That was a real good match.
That was a good ass match. Again, shout out to Sasha Banks, always putting on fucking 5 stars. That's my baby.
We not about to
shout out to Sasha Banks not killing. Shout out to Sasha Banks not killing herself. Because she usually does. Just to make a 5-star match.
Suicide dives.
She
be doing.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Yes, but I love that match too.
If it wasn't for Sister Bianca, she'd be champion right now. She ruined it.
Don't worry. Hey, look, I'm just saying. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna just leave it alone, and I'm gonna just let y'all go ahead and talk because Sasha's cool, but it's just
ain't no but. She had that match won. Ray knows what I'm talking about.
She did. She had
that match won. But Bianca, that's still my sister. That's still my beloved sister.
It's Q's biased because Bianca's his type of woman. I already know Bianca's this type of woman. It's okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He likes Sasha. He's biased towards Sasha. So
damn right.
Like so
he is.
This is gonna go on for years to come, and that's why I enjoy it.
But you see, I love both because I've been with Sasha since NXT. I literally watch her grow, so it's different.
Look, I saw,
and she's definitely getting better. I still don't think she's done reached her peak yet. I still think there's more to her, especially Sasha.
When
she's like, she's literally
best,
getting better.
I know who I feel like is the best, and is Charlotte Flair, to be honest. But
I can't argue with that.
You know, that's just who I feel like is just goated. She's God tier. Leave her alone. Just if you're gonna book her, just make sure they ready to fight, because she gonna put on the 5-star every time she fight.
I can't argue with that either, but I'm still gonna say Asuka.
I know you're gonna say Asuka. I knew you was gonna say it. I was waiting for you to say it.
Right? Is it right? Is it? I feel like it's because of that one match I showed you when she was in NXT and you ain't know who she was, and I freaking sent that one match to you where she killed that opponent, and then that other match I sent you where she was wrestling a dude.
The one where she was wrestling a dude, yeah, I remember that one. The NXT one, is this the one where Cameron tried to slap her and she threw that shit into an armbar?
Yes,
and flipped her over.
Yes,
I fucking love. I loved her since then. I said, "Oh shit!" There's a few things that will make me say, "Oh shit!" when I first meet her. It was Malachi Black when he fucking did that black mask. I forgot on who, and I said, "Oh shit!" and it was Asuka turning the fucking slap into an armbar. I said, "Oh my god!"
It was the smoothest armbar I've ever seen in my life.
Bro, I've gone back to that at least 10 times.
Yeah, that was definitely a rewind. I rewinded that shit like 10 times. I was like, oh my God. It's not the fact that it was a reversal. It was the fact that it was the smoothest shit I ever seen.
Talk about it. Nobody cares. Charlotte Flair.
But you know what? Charlotte Flair, I just love the figure eight. I think the figure eight is one of the greatest
moves ever put together.
Ever.
I can't knock it.
Hey, put it this way. I don't know if either of you going to agree with me. That and the Black Widow is the two best moves I've ever seen women do in my fucking life.
You know what? Yeah, I can agree. The Black Widow is pretty dope.
That AJ Lee Black Widow, oh my God.
It's pretty dope. I like that shit too.
That shit is, oh my God. She catch you, it's like a reversal Hurricanrana, but then she just grab that motherfucking arm and your whole back is just turned and it's just like you stuck in the air.
And then you know who else? Kyrie Sane, the elbow.
Yes,
that elbow,
yeah.
Oh
bruh.
my God,
she has the greatest elbow drop ever. She has the greatest.
She gets such elevation. She gets such elevation on that shit.
It's like she's just sitting in the air for like, it's almost Macho Man like she just sitting in the air for a minute and then she just drops.
Bruh, she puts her whole body weight into the elbow drop.
That's what I'm
Do you see how she swings her body when she does that shit?
Dog, that shit.
Ridiculous.
That shit is ridiculous.
Her whole body weight falls on you, bro.
That shit is ridiculous.
I'm just waiting on someone to do the red arrow that fucking Neville do, and I'll be set. The closest I'll get to that is Io Shirai's backflips.
I like the red arrow, but the shooting star press from Billy Kidman was the most beautiful shit I used to see in my life. Until Brock Lesnar tried to do it.
He would have connected. I keep going back to that. He would have connected if Kurt Angle was closer. That's all I'm gonna say. But the fact that he shooting star pressed from that far is still impressive.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
Y'all are talking about Crown Jewel?
Yeah, what you think about it?
I'm still watching it. I'm at the triple threat match between Becky, Bianca, and Sasha. Like, it's just starting. Becky's all the way down to the ring.
Oh, the other match of the night. Nice.
I have to say, Big E versus Drew. Wow.
Oh, you like that? Yes.
My man's tanked the Claymore. Wow.
He did. He definitely did.
Goldberg and Lashley, better than I was expecting it to be, but not match of the night.
Agreed.
It was damn good, but not match of the night. I was not expecting Goldberg to go that damn hard.
Especially when Lashley was like destroying his leg like that. He did a jackhammer with one leg.
That's Goldberg, nigga.
I mean, don't.
Oh,
I mean,
now y'all on the Goldberg train. Now y'all on this Goldberg train.
I'm not on a Goldberg,
but I'm saying
train, but I will say,
yeah,
Goldberg showed out tonight. This is his better. This is one of his better matches of recent memory of like the last, I want to say, 5 years.
Yeah, agreed.
Edge and Rollins, that was fun. That was hella fun.
I still think that's match of the night.
Yeah, so how y'all feel about the King of the Ring and Queen's Crown winners?
I'm happy Zelina won it. I'm happy.
I'm still shocked that Zelina won, but at the same time, I'm happy she won. What time for the smaller folks? As a shorter, smaller guy myself, I'm happy. I'm shocked, yet I'm also happy Zelina beat Doudrop.
Lord.
And as far as Balor and Woods needed that. Woods needed that so bad. I'm so happy. I am so happy for that.
He didn't need it, but I'm glad he got it.
That was just his dream. They gave it to him because it was his dream.
I feel like with Kofi and Big E having singles success and Xavier Woods not really getting it like that, he needed that victory. He needed that tournament win.
Father, what did I just say?
If I want to be completely honest, part of me did kind of want Balor to win, but at the same time, I'm like, nah, Xavier needs this.
See, but like, I'm not saying that.
Thank you, Dion, for proving my point.
No, I'm not saying that Xavier didn't need it, but my thing is, people like the King of the Ring, because the last King of the Ring was Corbin. And usually when you have King of the Ring, it's a gimmick change. And, you know, people get like pushes from that. You know what I'm saying? Like singles pushes and shit. So I just hope that this time around, they actually use it to showcase like Xavier Woods and not just give it to him because he's been saying that he wants it on social media. That's my only thing.
You know what? I completely understand you saying that.
You know who I'm surprised wasn't actually in that tournament? Shinsuke. Because what I was thinking, because Shinsuke, they was already running King Nakamura, I thought they might as well give it to him.
To be fair, he didn't actually win the last tournament. He just kind of stole the crown from Corbin, who was the original.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. But he was wearing that crown, so I was like,
it's still funny.
I know he's the I know he's the IC champ. I know he's the IC champ and all that other stuff, and I'm happy for Nakamura because I do like Shinsuke. But it was just like I thought he was going to be in that tournament, but he wasn't.
I'm sorry. If anyone should have been in the tournament, I feel like it should have been a winner of the last tournament, which was Corbin. I feel like he should have been in there.
Nah, he's happy. He's happy right now.
He's happy.
Let that boy be happy. He's had a rough 2020 and 2021. Let that boy be happy.
You know what? You're right. I'm gonna let that line with fucking lay. You're actually right.
It's very difficult to be the king. You know what I'm saying? He was getting harassed. Nakamura done stole his crown. He went into depression. Now you know, living life. Remember, Ray, remember when Okada lost the freaking IWGP championship and that motherfucker had a smile on his face every time he came out to the ring?
Yeah.
Smiling to hide the pain.
No, it wasn't smiling to hide the pain. I'm not burdened anymore. God damn it. You know how hard it is to be champion?
Oh, it was a weight lifted off his shoulders.
Bro, I need a break. I've been carrying this fucking company for 2 years. He held that championship for damn near 2 years. 2 years
I get that.
I'm tired.
Okada's the man.
By the way, I still think he's the best wrestler alive right now today.
Okada?
Yes.
Pardon noise. My daughter did something to herself.
Entertainment wise, I'm giving it to Roman, but I'm not knocking Okada.
I'm talking about pure wrestler, like wrestling.
Yeah, all
Okada's
around pure wrestler. Yes, Okada. Oh yeah, hands down.
Because there's Daniel Bryan. Of course, he's on that list. There's what's his name? Seth Rollins, definitely on that list.
Kota Ibushi. Because that was like my second. Like it's Okada and then Kota.
Shit.
But yeah.
I love me some Okada. That's my boy.
Damn,
and my other boy just came back, Shibata.
He
just came back. I love that boy.
I gotta ask this question real quick. So, in terms of tag team wrestling, who do you think is like the most like fire tag team right now?
FTR.
Regardless of who?
FTR. And Lucha Brothers. I think AEW got the best tag teams right now.
Yeah, they do.
AEW that's because AEW makes better use of their tag team division.
That is very true.
They make fantastic use of their tag team division.
I could be wrong. I think WWE's coming around.
I have to admit that. As much of a WWE fan as I am.
What were you saying, Ray?
I said I can be wrong, but I think WWE's coming around now. Like, for some reason, and I don't like this, it always have to start with the Usos, and then I feel like the Usos always have to tell people, hey, we have tag teams too. And then, like, going through tag teams because who they just faced.
Did Bianca just fought Sasha Banks with one hand?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Sorry. Yeah. I'm still watching Crown Jewel. I'm at, like, the tail end of the show.
Okay. Who did Usos fight tonight? I forgot who they fought tonight.
They fought the Hurt Business. They Benjamin and Alexander.
Yeah, as like they have people. I keep saying this all the time with WWE tag teams, but obviously Vince don't like tag teams. They have people. They just need to utilize them.
See, I think the biggest problem with WWE's tag team division. That's part of it. What you just said is part of it. But also, they just, how do I word it? They're just so thin. The tag team side is really just so goddamn thin. And then they've been kind of relying on the Annoying Family for everything recently for the past year. Let's call a spade a spade.
Yeah, the bloodline.
Yeah. Oh shit! Hold on.
What just happened?
I just said what he just said. That's what happened.
Jeez.
I just said it starts with the Usos, and then they have to interject.
I'm not saying nothing else.
Any last words before we move on to the next topic?
Sasha
it
Banks,
happens every time.
I love you.
It happens every time.
I just want to let that be known. I love Sasha Banks.
Hey.
My bad. Don't interrupt.
Hey, Bianca. I love you, girl.
I love you too, sister Bianca. That's my beloved sister.
I love you, girl. Don't even listen to him because he's a hater.
I'm not a hater. You know this.
Nah,
but you know it's Sasha first. I'm like Donald Trump. Sasha first.
We can't deal with people who won't put you first.
I get it.
We can't deal with nobody that don't put you first. Let's go.
Oh my goodness. Asking me to pick between my wife and my sister.
Hey, that was some R&B ass shit that
I'm saying.
I know, wasn't it?
All right. So y'all see the list. Where y'all want to start at? Q, did I give you the list?
Did you? I think you did. Let's see. Hold on.
Ray, just pick one at random. Just do random select.
Let's start off with some funny shit. Okay, let's talk about these motherfuckers protesting.
Yes, please.
Oh, I did send it to you. All right, cool.
That's good.
Yeah. Oh man, because I did want to talk about this because obviously I learned this from Father, and then like some more shit came out. It started by a trans woman, obviously, and you know. The funny part is what's been happening to most of our black artists is they're doing the same shit to her, which is they bringing up her past tweets where she was saying some quote unquote racist things about Asians and Hispanics, and and then also at the rally where there was people that was supporting Dave, there was people, the people against gay took his sign and ripped it up and then tried to tell people that he had a weapon, but the weapon was the picket sign that they destroyed. So I want to get your opinion on this protest that's been happening. And before y'all do, I want to say this. They're really, really, really going after Dave. It seems like, usually shit like this, it'll die off by now, but for some reason, this is still a topic. It seems like I don't want to say this to start no shit, but it seems like the LGBT is really stubborn to take Dave out, and I have never seen him this pretentious. I've never seen him this. I've never seen anyone go hard to get someone canceled.
I have a theory. I have a theory. It's that it's the shame after that special. That special, if you really think about that special is supposed to shut all of them the fuck up. If you think about it, especially the end. And the fact is they cannot say, you know what? Yeah, because what we did and what that led to, we got to check ourselves. They're not going to do that. So what do? They go even harder, son. They can't stop themselves. That's my theory. And did you hear about what he said in response to all this, what Dave said?
Which one?
In general, I don't remember where it's from, but he said, he said he'll strike back by doing 10 shows in the biggest cities. Because he said he was done and they didn't want to stop. He's like, all right, then if y'all don't want to stop, I'll just do this again 10 more times. Because y'all don't want to stop. Because he told them, he said, this is it. I'm done. Wash my hands of this. You don't have to complain anymore. They still can't stop themselves. So.
Can I say one thing?
I didn't know he said that.
Mm-hmm. That was recent. That just came out. I don't know the source yet, but just heard it. I gotta find it. Go ahead.
The thing I still have to actually watch this this show of his or whatever to see exactly what he said. But the thing that has kind of been making me laugh with this whole thing, I've been seeing like on social media members of LGBT responding to shit that Dave Chappelle has said. And there are a lot of people, who fall into that realm who are actually siding with Chappelle. So I feel like is there a bit of a rift now within the LGBT, whatever community because of this?
There's always been a rift.
Because again, I mean, okay, let me rephrase that then. Did Dave Chappelle kind of intensify said rift since you're saying there's always been a rift? Because again, there are a lot of people who are just like, it is what it is. It's comedy. Like there are several people on social media. Like I said, they're just taking it. It's just like, you know what? Yeah, we as the gay, trans, whatever community, we tend to do some funny shit. We tend to do some fucked up shit. They're actually holding themselves accountable for some of the shit that Dave Chappelle apparently was talking about, whatever it is he did say. Again, I did not see what Dave Chappelle did or said for myself.
Well, what you just said was in it. He said all that. exactly what they're saying. He said all that. That's why there's no need. There was no need for this. Because after I saw it, I was like, it should be done then, right? And it just kept going. And I was like, nah, now they're playing games. Now it's either I'm not going there, but something's wrong.
But I always said a conversation needs to be had. Like, if you feel the way you do, then like have a conversation with people that's going to listen to you. And, you know, because I watched the protest. And, you know, they were talking about how they felt disrespected. And they was talking about how what Dave Chappelle was saying is actually harmful to their community. So if that's the case, then, okay, let's have the conversation. You know what I'm saying?
It's shit that they do that's harmful to their community, though. So, no.
But you can't say that, though. You kind of can't say that because you're not like part of that community. But here's what I want to say for about all this thing, because like I've been watching both sides, and it's just like when people talk about racism and, you know, the critical race theory, it's the same fucking shit. And this is a pattern. It seems like whenever somebody says something that is deemed offensive, or somebody gets in their feelings about something that was said, instead of actually having a conversation or actually putting down what's so offensive about it, what we like to do is we like to get into our echo chambers and do that la la la, I don't hear you because you're wrong shit. And in the case of Dave Chappelle, what makes it so trifling is that Dave Chappelle actually doubled down in that special. He didn't hide what he was saying. Everything he said was crystal clear. When he said he was Team Turf, he meant that shit. When he was talking about his trans friend in the special, he actually brought her up because this was a person that he genuinely cared about that just so happened to be trans. You know what I'm saying? So this is a case of both sides literally not listening to each other. And the reason why the Netflix protest happened the way it did is because the Netflix CEO and the Netflix higher ups purposefully didn't have the conversation with those employees that wanted to, you know, have the conversation. That's why they protested in the first place. So
what exactly? Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, like, that's why they didn't have. That's why they went for that protest, because they genuinely felt like their you know, concerns weren't being heard. And you know, who's gonna take her concerns seriously when everybody assumes that you're just being mad for the sake of being mad because you do it all the time and you get something out of it every time. You know what I'm saying? We're not used to having conversations.
Because truth be told, when it comes to comedy, nobody's safe. And that's usually the general rule. That's what it was since it all began with jokers and jesters in the kingdom and all that shit. Even the king was getting it. And the worst of it, that's where roasting comes from. That's how it is. And that's but if you're going to get your feelings, this is how look, if you're getting your feelings hurt, turn it the fuck. Do not deal with the motherfucker that's offending you. That's it. Like, he has his job. He has his targets. We're going to get it. Chinese going to get it. Don't matter who. We're all going to get it. All you have to do as a grown adult who has a choice to press play on Netflix, okay, and avoid certain posts. That is possible. They're not invalids. They can do this. Spare your own feelings here. I scroll past shit that offends me all the time. Sometimes I see shit and I'm like, what can I fucking do about it? Just move on. There's no need to get, this is where, and this comes into the whole mental health thing. This is why. This is one of the reasons why, because we concern ourselves with the things people say. And it's not even you specifically. And we're all in it. Some people just we need to learn. This is what we got to do. There needs to be some sort of therapy or something to teach people who are easily offended or something, because all this shit is very unnecessary. There are worse shit. We spoke on this the last time when this first came up about all the other comedians that had, and how we can't even say these things today, but it was okay back then. Everybody's alive. We're all good. What's going on? They're making something, they're blowing this out of proportion, straight up. Like, what can you talk about if you sit down and talk about it? If anybody sat down with Dave, good luck, because he's not going to back down on this. He stood his ground. He said what he said, although in a joking manner. If you sit down, he's going to tell you seriously. If not, crack a few jokes in between. So good luck with sitting down. And these people, on the other hand, they don't know how to sit down and fucking talk either without getting offended by anything you say, even if you don't mean it. You try to say it the most respectful way possible. They will find it. You can't even sit down with them because everything's going to hurt. So it's like a lose-lose. So the only solution is shut the shit off. For real. Get off the computer. You need a break. Go take a vacation. Straight up. Get off the grid for a while. Reset. And this is another reason, because we're all glued to these screens, we wouldn't even fucking know.
Yeah, but
this
going
is
back
insane, man. I can't do it because I've been through so much shit. No, and I'm not saying I know everybody's different, but I can see where this is coming from because I've heard shit. And there are things as I was getting older, jokes that were thrown, this, that, and the other, from comedians I watched, from things some guy said on the radio, on TV. I'm like, so do they know me? They don't. These things you just eventually, as you get older, as you realize, as you live life and see what really can fuck you up, this is nothing. And people will see this if they live in the real world for once. Because this is just, I don't know, this is blowing my mind. Seeing this it's just funny to me at this point. Because I know he's probably fucking laughing. Because they're making him more than he even fucking expected. He's benefiting from this. And they don't know how to stop. And they're not seeing that. They think they're winning here. What was his response? You're not going to get a discussion. And he knows that. Because what? They drove somebody to fucking kill themselves. They're going to sit down and talk? They can't even acknowledge, by the end of what he said in the show, they can't even acknowledge what the man said. That this person, just like you guys, but as a comedian, knows the craft, knows everybody's going to get it, but has the same concerns as you. And they told you that in the tweet. And and you could have had a conversation with her before you started ganging up on her. Oh, what's he really like? Is he, ask that question before you attacked her. When y'all are concerned, when y'all are offended, and one of you came out of it who's actually in that realm, why not ask that person? Is this how's find out? Don't stay there and get offended and start throwing daggers at the motherfucker until now she's dead. Why? Unnecessary. When it comes to this and what people say and jokes, this ain't threats or anything like that. I don't want. I'm sorry, like. Especially with shit I've been through and I've overcome, all I have, like, I can't take any of this seriously. This is just a joke. I don't know.
I just want to say that Dave Chappelle has cracked on black people the worst, more than anybody. The shit that he said about the LGBTQ was light work compared to what the shit he said about black folks.
Did these people watch the special? Because I don't think they were the ones who deserved to be protested. I was just, D-Wolf, I felt like what D-Wolf said needed to be said. But I just, I go back to just common sense. Did y'all watch the special? Like, did you hear the shit that he said about the Asians? I mean, just like, let's be real. Everybody, it was an even playing field. Everybody got hit. Everybody got disrespected. He said jokes about everybody, and that was the only group that got offended, and they took it to the extreme. There's just no point of doing this shit.
Agreed. It's
to piggyback off of what you just said, Q. I'm trying to remember the name of the comedian, but I remember someone saying comedy is supposed to be offensive. That's the whole point of it.
Yep. I'm telling you, the things gestures used to do to kings, like say to kings, anyone who said that would be beheaded once, like immediately. They were the only ones, and it evolved into stand-up throughout time. And now it's a fucking problem. This is insane.
Also, Dion, I'm a kind of disagree with you there, but go ahead, Crystal.
I'm just going to cut through the bullshit and call it like I see it. What they're dealing with is betrayal syndrome because of what the media and other outlets have portrayed and made them a victim. So what I'm saying is betrayal trauma is basically a type of thing where people utilize everything that they've been through, either in an organization or individual, as the main thing as to why to hurt, as to why to agree with someone's opinion. They'll never see past themselves, which is also a narcissistic behavior. I know I bring up narcissistic behavior a lot because when you have a narcissistic method of thinking, you can't see past your own wounds. Therefore, someone could say, hey, I just killed a child, but you don't have any kids. You don't have any relations with kids. You don't have anything related to kids. In fact, you don't even want kids. So, but the minute they mention something that happened to you as a child, then you're like, oh, I'm hurt, I'm this, I'm that, because you're just thinking about yourself. You're not thinking about what the other child's going through because you can't relate, period. At the end of the day, the feelings get in the way of what the message is. I would say look at Bill Cosby. They continue to go after him. So I don't see a difference when it comes to Dave Chappelle because he was speaking the truth. Ego plays a large part in people's own demise. So the organization of the LGBTQ community will never see the meaning behind what it is to be really, truly discriminated against versus being criticized. They'll always put the two in the same category. And it's sad. They use rage and vengeance as a way to get back at someone instead of actually having a conversation, like Fada said. And that's what's messing up a lot of people, organizations and individual people as well.
They're protesting about the gay jokes and not the race jokes. I don't get it.
I have a question. I do have a question, and I'm sorry. I have a question. I want a lot of y'all to answer it. Do y'all think that I forgot someone said something, but it involves this question. Do y'all think the LGBT put how can I say this? It's you know how it's like the Me Too I'm sorry. You know how the Me Too movement is like it started off as a good cause, and then they started like picking at everything to where the point is to people's just like, all right, I'm tired of y'all. This is not even that big, or it's not that big of a deal, and all that other stuff. Do you feel like the same thing that happened with the Me Too movement has happened with the LGBT movement?
I think that's exactly what's going on.
Yep.
Because it's just like I said, this is like I've heard words from my when he said something about black people. Shine Wolf last week he said them jokes about women, they were really raunchy or they were really fucking out there. And it honestly, to me, it goes back to even with the baby. And yes, we all admit that he said some stupid shit, but it was nothing for him to get canceled over. Or at least that's what my opinion was. It was nothing for him to get canceled over to lose jobs and all that other stuff. Especially when I just like that's just him saying stupid random shit. It seems like you just getting mad for shit, and even if it like doesn't hurt you, I feel like you're just trying to do that to be the bully. Exactly. He's like try to bully the bullies, or you're like now you're in that position of power. You're going to try to flaunt it the way you thought you was getting it, but maybe it's not. I don't know. What do y'all think?
Quality over quantity, man.
So I think in this particular case, it's like I said before, I don't think it's all the LGBTQ. I think there's people in the LGBTQ that are cool with it. Like they laugh, they can take a joke. But the ones that get the spotlight, the ones that get the voice, those are the ones that, people have a problem with because they're really like echo chambery. And another thing is they peddle a lot of the left talking points. You know what I'm saying? Like, this notion of diversity and inclusion, and everybody is just supposed to be, everybody's supposed to educate themselves about every single issue on the planet, on the earth, and shit like that. Especially when it comes to them, like everybody got to understand their issues, and that's why you can't say these jokes because these jokes are harmful and things like that. But the thing is, like, I don't think that people are that dense to where they're going to hear a joke and be like, yeah, I'm going to harm me a LGBT person today. You know what I'm saying? Most of those people that do that already have that intention in mind. They're not going to hear a joke and say, oh, now I'm going to do this. You know what I'm saying? And also, another thing that I want to point out is that when Dave Chappelle was doing the special, he knew he was gonna get backlash. That's why he specifically stated that this was going to be the last special in a while, because he knew he was going to get backlash because he had a lot of shit to say. You know what I'm saying? So with what he said, he didn't back down from anything, and he's not going to be the type of person to backtrack. So with that being said, yeah, they can have their opinions. They can, say that this is offensive to them and things like that, and it might as well be. Because, he did not hold back when it comes to them. He doesn't hold back with anybody. But you just got to be the type of person to understand the context of what he's talking about. He's not saying these things to offend people. He's saying these things because there's a message behind the joke. There's gems to take behind the joke. This is a man that has opinions just like we all have opinions. That's why we're sitting in this podcast talking about this shit. And it's so funny because the LGBT is constantly a freaking topic in this podcast because they're always showing their ass about something. It is always something with them specifically. I remember when me and Ray, when we started this podcast, we used to talk about black issues all the time. And now it just seems like with every episode, we mention them. And we don't do it on purpose just to crack on them. But every single time there's something on the news, it's them at the forefront. Every time. And it's like, okay, this is only really what's happening because we're not having conversations anymore. Even when it came to the Dave Chappelle special, there were so many people that were unwilling to have the conversation. Like, bruh, are you just offended just to be offended? Because if that's the case, I can see why people are calling y'all bitch ass niggas. And as you can see in the Dave Chappelle special, what did he say? This country has turned into a bunch of bitch ass niggas. Eddie Griffin said the same shit. Since when did we turn into a bunch of bitch ass niggas all of a sudden?
He said the 90s gays will beat the shit out of these new millennium gays.
That was my father been saying that for the fucking longest.
That was my favorite fucking joke because all I could think about was this gay guy my mom used to always hang around. He was so cool. And I used to hear stories about him beating niggas up in the club because they kept trying him because he was gay. So he was just one of, but he was a cool ass, big ass house, had money. He was cool as shit, dressed nice, all that shit. And then he terrorized niggas in the club. It was just like what?
And now look at what he's represented by.
Exactly. Bullshit. He probably
I know someone like that too.
He probably laughed at the fucking Dave Chappelle. I can guarantee you he laughed at every joke Dave Chappelle said. If he even watched it. It's the fact that these motherfuckers got the time to watch the shit just to go and protest about it. Like, you stupid as shit. Well, why waste time like that? If I know something is going to offend me, I don't think I'm gonna turn to the channel. If I don't even like something, I'm not even gonna turn to the channel to come on to. So just so I don't accidentally turn onto the shit. So it's like, I don't understand how you still go find the shit just to try to find something to have something to say about it. Don't watch him. It's just that simple.
I'm just tired of people confusing prejudice, true prejudice, with their feelings. It's stupid.
Bunch of bitch ass niggas.
Annoying as fuck, to be honest.
I feel, you know what, Dave? I feel the same way. Just a bunch of bitch ass niggas every fucking way. God,
you know what? I'm offended by this conversation. You guys are bigoted. I'm out of here. I can't believe the bigotry I'm hearing. Oh my God.
And y'all see that meme of Dave floating around where he says, I said the N-word 5,000 times on the Chappelle show. Nobody tried to cancel me. In fact, they offered me $50 million to keep doing it.
Bam.
I'm telling you, hypocrisy.
That's not something he said on the show, because that sounds like something Dave Chappelle would say.
You want to know what's so funny, though?
He said that at one of his stand-ups, too. I think it was Sticks and Stones. The whole I'm not a nigger either joke.
Yeah, you want to know what's so funny, though? Arsenio Hall had to deal with the same shit in his show, too.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember, there was an episode where there was gay protesters in his episode, because I think he made a gay joke. And they were in his show right there. And he had to check him.
He
checked the shit out of him. He said, y'all thought I was going to run, right? Like, no, I'm right here. That. What's up?
Yeah, he checked the shit out there.
Oh, shit.
It's motherfuckers who... Oh, man.
You shared that on Facebook like 3 years ago. Holy shit.
It's certain camps that I'm thinking about now. It's just like, if you're offended by Dave Chappelle, you wouldn't be able to deal with like 80s Eddie Murphy. You would not be able to deal with Bernie Mac. You would not be able to deal with Richard Pryor.
Oh no!
Shit. If you're offended now, shit, 90s Chris Rock. Oh man,
90s Chris Rock.
Now.
90s Chris Rock.
If you're offended by Dave Chappelle now, y'all would be sick. The shit that them niggas I just mentioned used to say, y'all would be sick.
Bruh. You ever go back and watch Mad TV?
Yeah. HBO Max.
Mad TV was wild.
And living
Orlando Jones.
Oh, nigga, Martin, while he was still doing Def Jam comedy show. They wouldn't be able to take it. They wouldn't be able to take it. If they're mad now, they wouldn't be able to take him. Oh my god.
They'd protested, and Martin would have lit their
ass. Bro, I just realized half of the shit we grew up watching, this shit would not fly in this era.
And this is why Dave Chappelle said the shit that he was saying.
What? Wait, y'all tripping. 90s, let 90s Chris Rock get a hold of him. What?
Not even, man. It's somebody somewhere right now. As salty as they are about all the shit that came out of Dave Chappelle's mouth, they probably never heard Bernie Mac's milk and cookies joke.
He says the F word so many times.
Oh man, rest in peace, Bernie Mac.
Yes,
but yeah, look, like they just got it's like it is getting tiring, Ray. Talking about this shit, like move on, but like not you. I'm talking about them. Like I'm a god. Like do y'all gotta like keep doing this shit? Like leave the man alone. Now y'all gotta listen to this shit for the next 10 months because he's going to every state and he's going to sell out.
Honestly, but this is what I'm saying though. It's like usually it would die by now, and it feels like like they're just
really trying to take my man
pushing
out.
this. Yeah, you're really trying to take, and I'm really and I don't want to look at it as a race thing, but it's just like y'all really want to see this man get canceled.
We need to protect Dave Chappelle. They trying to get my man. He ain't got no dirt. He ain't never did nothing wrong. They ain't think that they thought he was gonna be a fuck up, and he ain't fuck up. And he went in the shadows, came back out, and he's fucking the world up. And they trying to take him out. We need to get a hold of him.
Remember when I said progressives and progressivism does not stop? There's a difference between that and progress. Like they will not stop. Now it's remember I gave the example of cigarettes. How it started off, okay, you have to only smoke at the bar now. Now you can smoke at the entrance. There's a little area for you guys now. No, now you have to smoke outside. Now you have to smoke at the end of the block. They don't stop. Now it's cancel culture's turn. They will not stop. I'm telling you. This is their thinking. If they call themselves a progressive, this is where it's going to go. They won't stop. They're going to feel everything needs to be fixed. It's got to go to the extreme. It's not quit while you're ahead, or if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They don't know those terms.
Oh my God!
I will say this, and I will try to move on to the next topic. It's going to get to a point where people are just going to say, "Fuck it." I'm just going to say what the fuck I'm saying. If you're getting offended, oh well.
Right. That's how I feel. Like, oh my
and
God.
Dave Chappelle might be and not intentionally, but he might be the catalyst. Y'all remember the movie? Y'all remember the movie A Bug's Life, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Y'all remember the scene? Y'all remember the scene where the dude he was talking about the whole he threw I don't know, it looked like rocks. I know it's not rocks, but he threw food at the ant, grasshopper. He was like, "What does this feel like?" It didn't feel a thing. And then he threw another one, and then he said, "How about this?" And like he pulled the whole thing, and it just flooded. And it was like if one of them stand up to him, then they all stand up. I feel like that's going to happen.
Yep. So I just posted that today. It was Gene Hackman's character in the grasshopper.
I was thinking about James Woods. It was Gene Hackman.
Was it Gene? It was okay, yeah. Because I know he does voice acting too, but I think it was like Gene because he had stopped acting after that. So
I don't know. I might look it up, but I'm glad you understood that what I was saying. Any last words before we move on to our next topic?
Have the conversation. If you don't like it, step your shit up. Use your words and have the motherfucking conversation. This English motherfucker, speak it.
He said it.
Stop being so soft about everything. Too. That's all I got to say. Stop being so soft, getting upset about everything.
Talk to them, find out what they're about. You know, it'd be that simple. Because how many people just felt stupid from just reacting and not knowing the deal? Tell me.
Hey, it happens. Oh man, I forgot to put this on there, but I did wanted to talk about it. See if y'all was interested. Y'all hear about the 46-year-old man that married his 18-year-old goddaughter?
Oh my God!
I saw that all over. I've seen that all over Twitter,
Brian. Man, see, hold up.
I thought that was a joke.
Hold up,
it's serious. It's fucking serious.
I seen that too, but. If I may, I don't mean to interrupt, but this kind of touches on something I wanted to talk about on here. You know, from
Go ahead,
what was it, 2 or 3 weeks ago, since we talked about the whole R. Kelly situation. We need to talk about this whole, you know, what's the word, grooming.
You know what's funny? I thought about putting that as a topic because y'all heard about that Glenn and Cameron video, right? About him talking about him. I know I showed it in the chat. It's like the video, the millionaire talking about him having sex with the 17-year-old. And it's like he didn't know, but you know, since the age of consent is like 16 in Georgia, they kept fucking until she was 22.
Damn.
See, this the shit I be talking about. This is the shit I'm talking about.
I know. I showed it. It was the Abba and Priest video, and they was reacting to it, and they was talking about. I remember Crystal. She seen it because she laughed at the same thing I laughed at. He was like, "Oh, he kept fucking her." I said, "Oh shit!" So,
and these motherfuckers is really like out here, like they're snitching on themselves.
I'm gonna let you
the one
start.
With the guy in the car?
Yeah, that's the one with the guy in the car. I think the video's taken down now, but there's a bunch of other people reacted to it. But yeah, it's that one. He was trying to defend R. Kelly, and I think he made it worse for himself and R. Kelly.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I think I remember.
I was wondering if he did that shit on purpose.
See, the main reason I was wanting to venture into the whole, you know, grooming thing is simply because I've been reading about like different like celebrities and other people, like rich famous people who have been known to involve themselves with younger women, teenagers in particular, and this shit runs hella deep. And this goes back. I don't know. This goes back. I don't know how many years. Look, give me your arm. I'm talking to y'all and trying to dress my daughter at the same time. She just had a bath. But yeah, like I stumbled across a story about Drake and some teenage broad.
Millie Bobby Brown.
We know about Tiger and his bullshit.
Was that really okay? Not to interrupt you. Was that really grooming? Do you really think that was grooming?
I want to say yes and no. It's the fact that like everyone knew. Okay, she was a minor, and there was just something not right about that whole thing, and it was just allowed to fly so easily. At the same time, looking at how R. Kelly and the legal was kind of swept under the rug, I can't be surprised at the Tiger situation with Kylie Jenner. I can't be all that surprised. But even still, like, I still feel like, okay, the whole grooming thing is something that desperately needs to be addressed. Because again, this goes back so far. There's so many young girls who fall victim to this shit. You know, we all know how it goes. You know, they're still a child. They don't know any better. They're just enticed by, the cars and all the shiny shit that this person has. And, this motherfucker will promise them the moon and the stars. You just gotta do what I tell you, and they eventually get led into some shady shit.
Well, I have a personal story that I'll tell y'all, but after everyone go.
Okay. I don't see. Here's the thing, because you bring it up, and there are people. I agree with you. I'm 100% against grooming, but I gotta decipher. My thing is decipher what is grooming, because the whole Tiger. I think of two people. I think of Tiger and Prince. Tiger, they wasn't really fucking or none. If from what was told, they wasn't really having relations until she hit 18. And then
I don't believe that.
no one, but then here's the thing: no one does. But it's like a lot of people don't. But I'm giving them the fact that they did. They probably didn't do nothing until she was 18. They only 7 years apart. Travis Scott is like 30.
You say apart. Only 7 years apart, like that's a small difference. I'm sorry,
bruh. I know some marriages right now is like 10 years apart.
I feel like anything over 4 years, you're robbing the cradle. Any difference larger than 4 years, you're robbing the cradle.
That depends on the age that they meet.
I don't care.
I think I just.
So, do you think Jay-Z was rocking the cradle with Beyonce?
No,
I'm asking Dion.
Oh,
I'm trying to remember. Okay, how old is he again?
How old is Jay-Z?
No, how old is Beyonce again? Ain't she 40 something? Ain't she already 40?
Beyonce is talking about when they first got together, because there was an age difference. Definitely.
Fucking
Beyonce is 40 right now. I think she got with Jay-Z when she was 21.
Because from what I can, there's all kinds of rumors and stuff surrounding like.
And Jay-Z is 51, so she's 11 years older. Jay-Z is 11 years older than Beyonce.
When did they first? How old was Beyonce when they first met? Motherfucking
21.
She was still a teenager.
21.
I mean, I don't know.
And here's the thing: everybody look at them as a power couple. They're 11 years old, and you said that's rocking the cradle, but a lot of marriages, and I've seen, and I could probably pull up some statistics to pull up, but some marriages, a lot of them are 10 years apart.
True.
And you said and I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people is like 30, and their girlfriend is like 25. It's like. I understand, 30 and 25, you're an adult, but let's say she met her when she was 25 and the girl was 20. Is and some people gonna think, is that too old or not? I don't know, because like you said, more than 4 years, that's rocking the cradle. Would you consider that rocking the cradle? I'm listening.
It don't matter how old the age difference is. If she is your goddaughter, what the fuck?
That's disgusting.
Yeah, let's.
We need to talk about that part. We need to talk about that part. The point that there is a significant age gap for you to be somebody's godparent.
Let's talk about the personal aspect of that. Like, this is someone
Like,
that
just think
the
like
family entrusted to you to, like, take care of and take care of them in their absence and shit like that. That's what a godparent supposed to be.
this is absolutely grooming at its worst. It's like it was from birth because she was doomed from the start because her mother was on drugs. Like this shit is ridiculous.
And he was fucking the mother.
Exactly.
That's grooming. Ooh. Now, Q, what you just explained, that's grooming. That's disgusting.
Thank you.
I'm against that. I'm 100% against that.
I didn't know that.
No,
didn't Woody Allen do that?
He had her since.
Yes,
Woody Allen did do that.
He has had her since she was a fucking child.
And
a baby.
He raised her while he was fucking her mother. Her mother got strung out. And by the time she was about 13, 14, it was the grooming process. And then by the time she was like,
that's some Sam Cooke shit.
By the time she was about 17, 18, she already had kids. Like, what the fuck, bro?
That's some Sam Cooke bullshit.
Like, no, nigga, that's grooming, nigga. Like I said, anybody that if you have an age range for somebody to deem you a godparent, that is disgusting. For you to be named a godparent, and for you to that is you like, no, absolutely not. Like, this is not okay, not even a little bit. Any other time, I would just leave it alone. Like relationships where it's like a 39-year-old man with an 18-year-old girl, whatever. I try to not to think about that shit.
That was Marcus Houston, by the way.
Exactly.
And they got on his ass for that too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And his mustache was so pedophilish.
Damn.
Why do people who like younger girls have that fucking mustache?
Hey, Ray, you know what mustache I'm talking about.
I know,
Everyone knows the mustache. Everyone knows that mustache.
No chin hair, just straight mustache.
Like, nigga had the mustache since he was Batman. So
and it was bony, and it was a skinny ass mustache too. But
Burt Reynolds look.
And it sat on top of his lip, like it was creepy as shit. Like, all right, okay, I'm done. All right, okay,
okay.
I'm done. But the point is, like, with those relationships, I try to like not think about it. I just know I don't approve of it. I wouldn't date. I am 28. I wouldn't date nobody 21 personally. I'm sorry. Like, I just wouldn't. I feel like our brain is like not functioning the same way. Like,
Q, not to interrupt you, but let me ask you a question, and it's a serious question. All right, you meet the girl of your dreams, and she's everything you want in a woman, but she is 21, like you said. You're not gonna go after her?
No,
it's not grooming. Do you
you
want to go after her?
No,
I respect your honesty.
I'm not saying.
I respect your honesty.
No, I'm about to say I'm not saying it's grooming in that case. It's just me personally. My way, like the way I move, I don't move like a 21-year-old. I did 21-year-old things at 21 years old. I didn't have kids. I didn't have responsibilities. I will not be a burden. Even if I work, I have a job, but just being in my situation, I'm about to be 30. I know I make it sound old, but it's like I'm grown. Like I'm not anything I experience will be after I take care of whatever the kids need. Like anything I do will be after. Like I have people like depending on me at 21. And when I was 21, I didn't have nobody to depend on. I mean, that depended on me. I depended on me. That's it. So it's different to date a girl that has no kids and who's 21 years old, and she feels like she has the responsibility to do all these things, and it's like, I don't even want you to do anything. But when you date somebody who generally likes you and wants to be with you, they take it as a package deal, and they're like, well, if they're your kids, then I'm gonna treat them like they're mine, and then that they generally make that their responsibility just because. And it's like, I don't want to be the one to do that. You know, I just don't. I'd rather have somebody my age or older who's lived life and who's trying to like relax.
Okay, I respect that.
Understandable.
But this is why I tell people this is why T.I. Checks his daughter's hymen. Or this is why we have overprotective fathers in the first place. Because this is like the last thing as a father I think they would want their 18-year-old child marrying some 46-year-old dude that just look greasy and just look weird and all that other stuff. And I've always said this. This is the reason why a lot of fathers are overprotected. This is what one of the biggest, one of at least top 3 biggest fears. This shit will happen to their daughters, and this I think this is one of them. So, that girl like you said, that girl life was fucked up. Mom was on drugs, in and out of jail. In and out of jail, she was selling drugs.
Yeah, she was fucked from the gate.
Yeah.
And then she got handed to the worst type of people.
Right.
He is the definition of a fucking predator.
He knew who to go after and how to get a hold of him.
Like, this shit is sick. That shit is sad. That shit is not cool. And then it's to a point where he has her, I don't want to say brainwashed, but it's damn near that. And thinking it's okay because he's been there since, like, yeah. And she's looking at it like people are jealous that they're together. And it's like, no, we're not.
It's not jealousy. Like, dog, you targeted this girl.
Like, yeah, like, no, we're not jealous. Trust me, we're not. That's the last thing we are, is jealous.
All right. So hopefully I can butt in here. Is everyone I don't want to.
Nah.
Go ahead, Crystal. Do you think?
I'm about to put me on mute, and I'm about to go ahead and let you rock.
Okay. So the only reason she would even think that people are jealous of her is because she's at the age group, even I was, where at, I would say 14, 15, you smelling yourself. Okay. A lot of girls, even in high school, they had groups of how many guys they've dated and what age group. The higher the age group, the more cooler you look, the more adult-like you are, and the more so-called woman like you are, even though you're a child. But if you say, for instance, oh, I'm dating a college dude and your ass is 15, you get more props, you get more respect. Now, they don't ever talk about this. I've actually been a victim of this, but I'll talk about that a little later. The girl was also groomed by her mother, okay? Her mother does not really know how to be a fucking mother because she's too hooked on the fucking drugs. Now, I speak from personal experience. Dion knows exactly why. Because if a mom does not know how to be a mother, any man that comes into that mother's life, she's going to say, oh, yeah, well, you're doing me right, so you're definitely going to do my daughter right. Even though you're fucking me over, at least I know I'm in good hands financially, so I'm going to give my daughter to you. That's why she even made him a godfather in the first place. Now, it sounds really fucked up, but when drugs is involved, it's no logical explanation. It's no logical thinking when it comes to her kids. It's about making them look good for the world not to see that she has a drug addiction. You see what I'm saying? So that's the first issue. The second one is the fact that the girl, I'm sure, has access to a lot of resources, but choose not to get it because no one really has shown her how to get those resources and how to stick with it. She's thinking she has the world against her and she has a kid. The last thing she's thinking about is anyone tearing down what she has already built that she thinks is good to build. The third thing is I've been in a situation where I've dated a 40-year-old. No, we did not have sexual relations, but I realized something. Anytime I said, I'm going to go to college, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, he was always trying to say college is for losers, or, oh, you should be at my house folding my clothes. Like, he was always trying to take away any type of success that I can get either independent. And I realized he was okay with being mediocre, and in his age group, He could not offer that to a grown-ass woman, but he could definitely offer that to a child, and that child would think that that's everything. Now, another thing I realized is that he was always trying to manipulate any situation I was. He was a stalker, kind of. So at the end of the day, it's kind of like I didn't really have anybody to say, yo, Chris, this is wrong. He's trying to manipulate. I was thinking, oh, yeah, I'm grown. When I went to the high school, I was like, yep, I'm dating such and such. And I was already pissed that my grandmother already moved me halfway across the fucking country to Vegas, where everywhere you turn, it's some kind of fucking foolishness or a guy trying to holler at me. So I'm like, you know what? How the hell do I get out this fucking house? Everybody, like, I was just in a dark place. So of course someone can ease in as a 40-year-old and try to manipulate me. After a while, I said, well, I got my little JCPenney job. I don't need him. And the minute I cut him off, he was talking about how I need him and all of this crap. But think about the difference if my mom and my grandmother figured out what the fuck I was up to. I had to figure it out for myself. So based on what this girl's going through, yes, she was groomed, but at the same time, I know exactly that she knows right from wrong. You know right from wrong, especially as a girl child. Between ages, I would say 6 and 8 is when you get very smart. I'm not saying that she did not have, I'm not saying that she was not manipulated in some form, shape, or way, but we still have morale at the end of the day. And I feel like if I was able to make the right choice, so was she. Right now, she is defensive. Right now, she needs all the help that she can get, but who's really reaching out?
Mm-hmm. Damn. Shit.
That right there is the reason why I went mute. But in reality, it's the truth. Like,
it was a great story.
I feel like it just goes back to saying, like, we need to really try to, figure out what's going on.
I think these men know that too.
Yeah, I feel like
they know what they're going through.
In particular, this is a very old school issue. This has been happening for the longest.
Yeah.
So I think it's just something within culture that just enables inadequate men to prey on young girls and to feel like they can give them that, that's something that they can't give older women. And I do feel like Crystal said it earlier. It's like inadequacy because they're giving something that they can't give to an older woman because she's going to see that bullshit and she's going to see, yo, this nigga ain't shit.
Because he ain't. He a pedophile. I'm sorry.
Can I point out, I mentioned celebrities earlier, can I point out 2 primary examples of this grooming shit?
Go ahead.
First one, and I think everyone knows this one. Elvis fucking Presley.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's cringy.
He was the woman he ended up marrying. He was fucking her since she was 14, and he was in his 20s at the fucking time, if I remember correctly.
Behind the music light and said they waited. Fuck out of here. I don't believe that.
The second example, and this one's a bit of a long story. Who knows the story of Sam Cooke and Bill Withers?
Who?
I don't.
Okay.
Who?
The singers Sam Cooke and Bill Withers.
Okay.
I heard it. I heard of them.
Oh, okay.
Shit. Yeah.
All right. For those who don't know, Sam Cooke and Bill Withers were best friends. Bill Withers had already, had his music career, established or whatever, and actually helped put Sam Cooke on. I can't remember exactly how Bill Withers dies, but all I know is Bill Withers, eventually died or whatever. Sam Cooke slips in, ends up marrying Bill Withers' widow. Then cheats on her with Bill Withers and that widow's daughter.
I have heard of this.
I thought that was Bobby Womack.
Yeah, wasn't that Bobby Womack?
Was that Bobby?
I don't know.
But I
heard
that
this
was
story
Bobby.
before.
You know what? No,
that was
Bobby. That was Bobby. That was Bobby.
Womack.
Sam Cooke was involved in some other shit with somebody else.
But to say Bobby
Sam
Womack.
Cooke died in his 20s. He died in his 20s, right?
I forget. He died.
Was it him? Wasn't Teddy Pendergrass?
But the point is, you're right. It was Bobby Womack. It was Bobby Womack, not Sam Cooke. It was Bobby Womack. But aside from the mistaken name, yeah, that's the story that happened there. It was Bill Withers and Bobby Womack.
Yo, these people are insane. Yeah.
Oh,
reminds me of Einstein. Einstein did this. Well, it's kind of he did that. He married this.
I'm telling you, it's an old school problem.
It's fucking sick. I don't know. He married his cousin while his wife was sick with kidney failure. Fuck. And they don't talk about that when they speak of Einstein.
It's funny. I'm thinking of Pocahontas.
I want to correct Dion. I want to correct Dion real quick. Bobby Womack was Sam Cooke's best friend. Sam Cooke got shot, and Bobby Womack went and married his widow, and then had sex with his daughter. So Sam Cooke was the victim.
After that.
Yeah, I thought so. Cause I was like, Sam Cooke died young.
But I said, yeah, Sam Cooke got shot. I had to make sure I wasn't crazy. I'm like, no, that's Bobby Womack.
But that's why I was like, I've heard this story before. But it's just like, but I'm pretty sure
D-Wolf has know each other, but yeah.
I know D-Wolf has said this before, but Hollywood got some fucked up stories. Like, I think, what was the one? Richard Pryor putting cocaine in Pam Grier's vagina and all that stuff.
Yeah, I heard about that. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, it's fucked up. But hearing the story from it, I had to laugh because I'm like, dog, what the fuck were they doing in the 70s?
You don't want to know.
Like,
this will destroy you.
I'm like, to be doing that? What the fuck is going on?
The things they did, not only to each other. Oh man. Okay. Quincy Jones went and just blew up everybody's spot, and it's been forgotten. That story lasted for like a month. He went and said everybody was fucked. He said Richard Pryor, like all the comedians were in rooms, like and they've been saying it in the roasts, but the audience thought they were joking. Then Quincy Jones confirmed it, and it was always a rumor. Yeah, like he died the other day.
Paul Mooney.
Mooney, yeah, him. He was a word. Yo, he was mostly top. It's crazy, son. This ain't a joke.
What do you mean he died the other day?
These guys are. Yeah, they were all doing it. No, it's not even that. You know what I think it is? I don't even think it's this. It's that these guys get so much pussy, son. When you're famous, they need to find something else. They need to try something else. I heard because it's not even just them. Rock stars do that shit all the time. Like Freddie Mercury and what's that big lip dude from the Rolling Stones again?
Big lip.
Damn.
DeMaurice Smith. Like nah.
The guy's name.
I'm offended.
David Bowie.
Mick Jagger?
Mick Jagger. Thank you. And David Bowie. All of them, son.
I'm offended.
They all did it. Because people were trying to figure out, like, why do they do that, son? They get all this pussy. What are they doing? And they're like, yeah, that's why they do it, because they do it so much that it's like, because somebody's trying to explain the whole Richard Gere thing, why he put a gerbil up his ass. And they said that's why, because they get so much, they start doing some crazy shit just to get the same fix because they become numb to it.
Overconsumption is a very huge problem.
Yeah.
Just take a break if it's that bad. God fucking.
No, but it's everywhere. That's the
with drugs. Nah, not when you're on drugs.
Do you know half of this shit that went on in Studio 54?
But even I get tired of. Even I get tired. I was like, you know what? No, like
it's not even that though, Dion. We're not talking. It's scale. These are celebrities. It's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
They could get it just by being them. Like niggas, regular niggas, you got to put in effort, or a girl got to feel you. With celebrities, all you have to do is show up. and they'll throw it at you.
Groupies, yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
So it sounded to me like these motherfuckers just have no goddamn self-control. You don't have to fuck everything moving.
Well, when you are in an environment where self-control is not a thing, yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
Which is why a lot of people say Hollywood, Hollyweird, or there's a lot of fucking stories that I don't think will ever get. Like Quincy Jones probably said like 1% of the bullshit that done happened in Hollywood, and that's just the shit from what Quincy Jones knows.
See,
you're not lying because I learned more than that from
R. Kelly, and I'm wondering what names he's gonna throw up if he's really gonna start snitching on people.
I learned all of this in film school, and these people are just confirming it. Like every year, some celebrity just confirms what I know about them. When Quincy Jones dropped all that, I was like, "Yep, fuck, I said that." It's insane.
Motherfuckers. Quincy Jones was like, you know that nigga was fucking Marlon Brando, right? I was like, what?
Yep.
Hey, that nigga Quincy Jones have it all time and start telling everything.
Yo, even like Richard Pryor's bodyguard, he was saying shit. It was like, oh, Richard Pryor was doing some fucked up shit. Oh, Paul Mooney was raping niggas. I was like, what?
Yeah. Even John Witherspoon was with them doing all that.
Yeah, John Witherspoon was with him. You know, that's a motherfucker who kept his mouth shut though. Yeah, I didn't hear him snitch on nothing. Hollywood's a fucked up place, and like Father said, if there's no self-control, then what else is there to do? Studio 54, I think that's what it's called. I'm pretty sure a lot of fucked up things happened in that
shit. I think some of them. Wasn't she like a prostitute there?
Who?
Madonna.
Who? Madonna?
Before she was Madonna, wasn't she like the prostitute?
I don't know her backstory like that. I can't.
Wouldn't surprise me.
I wouldn't be surprised. Just like
you know,
I remember. I heard Amber Rose. She was stripping at 16. She lied about her age, but she was stripping at 16. So I know something.
You know who in the interview was talking about things they were doing was out there real bad? Jennifer Lewis.
That is an issue. That's an issue. We're not gonna skip past that like you ain't just saying that, Ray.
What? That Amber Rose was stripping at 16? She's told us herself.
Yeah, but that's a fucking issue. What do you do when you're put in situations like that? What happens? What happens to the dude who dates a girl who lies about her age and is generally underage? What happens to that? Because now the situation starts to get iffy because it's like, what the fuck?
I got a story. I almost got caught up in something like that.
Like,
know what? No, Dion, no, nope, not here.
I didn't actually do anything. I didn't actually do anything. It's
no.
Hear me out.
Don't. Dion, I will mute you. Dion, I will mute you.
No, listen. I promise I didn't do anything.
You are stubborn.
It's just the way this shit unfolded.
Ray, do you need to say it again? I don't think you did it the first 5 times.
Except for Dion. Anybody else got anything else to say before we move on?
No. I ain't got nothing else to say.
Sexual discipline.
I shouldn't have brought that up.
Yes.
There is so much we can go to, but not today and whatever. I don't care if you didn't do anything, Dion. I don't care if you wasn't even there. Don't tell the story. On to the next story. Senate Republicans block voting rights bill, leaving its fate in doubt. The third filibuster of such a measure underscore how the legislation is unlikely to move forward without the change in Senate. This is from the New York Times. Republicans on Wednesday blocked action for the third time on this year's legislation to bolster voting rights, leaving Democrats few options to advance the bill outside of changing the Senate filibuster rule and passing it over the GOP position. All 50 Democrats and independents support bringing the Freedom to Vote Act to the floor, but all 50 Republicans voted against so doing, maintaining a stalemate over a proposal that Democrats say is needed to counter efforts in Republican-controlled states to oppose new restrictions on voting in the aftermath of the 2020 elections. How do y'all feel about that?
Voter suppression, ladies and gentlemen.
This is why you need to research the political process of your country before you just say shit like go out and vote. Because regardless of your vote, motherfuckers can do whatever it is that is best for their party and not for you. I keep saying this. Oh my God. You know what? Let them. I don't care anymore.
Look,
because it's like I sound like a broken record all the time, but I just keep getting people who actually don't know what they're talking about saying dumb shit all the time, and it's just, bruh.
I'm tired of hearing you talk about it. No, I'm just joking. Nah, that shit's fucked up. That's why I don't vote. There's no point.
It's you can't sit here and talk about how your vote can change the world when motherfuckers can change your vote or just erase your shit altogether.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, why vote? Like, what the fuck? It's like, it's a suggestion box. It's not a vote.
Plus, you're better
off writing down the ideas and throwing them in a fucking furnace.
It's a suggestion box. They just count up the suggestions. They be like, all right, they suggested him, but we're going to pick him.
All I'm going to say is you would think after this shitty-ass election, and I'm pretty sure I understand COVID and everything that went around in it, but this was probably the worst election in U.S. history. It took us a fucking month to figure out who our president was going to be. And you wouldn't think, hey, we should at least try to change something up or, help voting to be easier now and all that other stuff. I felt like there's no reason it should take a month for us to figure out who the fuck our president is going to be. And although I don't think this is going to happen again in the next election, I feel like we should at least look at it, at least change it up, because as the world keeps evolving, I feel like there are some things that doesn't, and some of the laws in this state doesn't. It needs to be updated or evolve with the times and shit. Voting, I think, is wonderful, especially since, technology is at a point where I shouldn't even have to leave my fucking house to go vote for the next president. If a fucking American TV show can help you vote for your next American Idol in your fucking house, there's no reason I should be going to a fucking school and fucking picking our next president like that or something like that.
I agree.
Yeah, why isn't there a mobile app for this shit?
When there's
damn, I can't. Shit.
Anyway,
might as well, D Wolf.
No, because the last time I spoke, I know a little more. And the last time I spoke on this, they took down my video and deleted it. I couldn't even get it back off YouTube. So all I have to say is, like, no, that's not a good idea to put it online. Because that's what caused this shit. That's one of the reasons for causing this shit. I don't want to be specific here because I know the reason. But damn. But yeah, go ahead.
I'm pretty sure what you're saying is true. Like, there was online votes. There was people that was voting online, plus the people that was going to the ballots and all that other stuff. There was like 3 different ways of voting, so that's why it took so long to get all the votes in one. I just feel like, okay, you see what it fucked up there. What can we do to like make this more convenient, and we could know who the fuck our president is in like less than fucking 20 minutes instead of taking a whole fucking month. That's where I'm at least getting at.
It was a little more than that. It was a little more than that. That's more than what you're talking about is why it took so long. It was more than that. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. But
that's why they're trying to get this bill. That's why they want to require these IDs and shit because of what happened. And they're like, are you asking to make this happen again? Is the deal. It's not really about, I'm trying to walk around this. Like find the right words here. But because it's so like, you're talking, because you're talking based on what you guys are hearing, not what they're suppressing. There's a reason my shit got deleted. Which I plan on suing them, so, but shit.
Hey, I have breaking news.
Go ahead, Q.
Hold on, I gotta do the music. Bah, bah, bah.
You did not. Go ahead.
Alec Baldwin fired prop gun, accidentally killing woman on set of movie Russ.
No.
Oh, Dion just said that. Dion just said that too.
Damn, Alec. Shit. Didn't he have enough problems? Oh shit. There's always something, yo.
Someone you said?
Yeah, he accidentally killed somebody and shot somebody else.
It's always.
Damn. Ain't there some Brandon Lee shit?
I'm saying.
Don't say that.
It happened. God bless the soul. God rest the soul.
Damn. Like, didn't last year you get in trouble for fighting somebody?
Yeah, he
then
did.
Before, you did it like several times to get in trouble for that. Then there was something with his daughter or something, or something.
He'll be all right. He's a Baldwin. He'll get off. What they say in South Park? You know the best thing about being nothing. Shit.
Oh,
tough luck. Obviously, D Wolf, you probably know so much that I don't want to get it turned down. But,
with Baldwin?
No, not the Baldwin.
Oh,
the voting thing.
Oh yeah, the voting. Yeah. I can't. Shit. Oh well, there's you can just look online and see what's going on in Maricopa County in Arizona. That will basically explain everything.
Okay, let me ask you this: is there any way that what they're taking from the last debacle, what was the voting elections, and taking it as a learned lesson to try to make 2024 voting election any better? Do you think they're going to try to do something about that?
Not really. Only some states. The ones who understand what was going on. They're the ones that saying, "Oh, we can't let this happen again." But no, not really. They're still going to use the same equipment and all that stuff. It ain't going to change unless something is done. But I can't go there. But yeah, they don't want to. Basically, they don't want to. They wanted to stay exactly how it is, so these people can remain. I'll say this much: so they can remain being selected.
I do not like the way that sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my thing is, in America, we're pretty much in a duopoly. And my thing is, like, regardless of whether you vote Democrat or Republican, you're still voting for a party that leans right. Because Democrats lean right. They just have left policies.
No, not really. It's the other way around. Because Republicans were started by us, and it was commandeered. That's why Republicans, I'll just say legit Republicans will say, no, they're not. We don't call them Republicans. We call them rhinos. Republicans in name only. And you'll notice those are the ones that they call rhinos are the ones that are aligned with the Democrats. What they have us thinking is it's the other way around. And they don't push the fact. They say, oh, blacks were part of it, but they never pushed the fact, no, we started it. We started the Republican Party. It was taken away. And then now the bullshit, now we have this narrative of a big switch. No, don't do that. Because now when you do that, you're trying to fuck up what Malcolm X was trying to warn us about. That's why we keep voting left and, you know, not where we want to, or based on whoever the candidate is. We are programmed because of what we're taught, because of what the narrative is. Unless you look for the shit yourself, we're just gonna, sometimes we end up in arguments of things we don't have to argue about because there are things like, yo, we don't even know. They're lying. They're just laughing at us or argue about who's the best candidate and this, that, and the other, knowing exactly they already made up their mind.
I'm sorry, D-Wolf, because I didn't believe you about the Republicans, so I had to look it up, and it does say that the early Republican Party in 1854 consisted of northern Protestants, factory workers, professionals, businessmen, prosperous farmers, and after 1866, former black slaves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then that's what gave rise to the KKK and the Democrat Party. And we go from there. And then they moved, Then a lot of them started moving north and changing this shit and started implementing policies under the R. And that's where, as that kept going and as they were filling it up, we're thinking, oh, these people are like that all the time. Well, no, because if you notice, Republicans don't do shit. They're bitches. They just stay there and complain about Democrats. Yo, the one thing I'll say about them, they got it on, they know what the fuck they're doing. They're the ones online. They're the one. Look at, what's her name? The actress that they have up in there, part of the, Ocasio-Cortez. Like, she's a fucking actress. They have her online on Twitch, reaching out to people. Remember Obama? He was on every show, everything hip. They know what they're doing. They know how to get their shit done. And that's why I'm like, when people complain about Republicans, like, yeah, they just say some outlandish shit. They don't do shit. They don't do shit. Why do you think it's like they lost a house in what? It won you know?
If you
they got us wrong. That's why. Yeah, that's why it's so hard. That's why we fight against. So I remember when my family told me my uncle was a Republican, I was angry for no reason. I was like, why am I angry at this? Like, I know him. He's not what we see on TV. So why am I mad? As I got older, I look back and now I understand why I got mad. Because and that's why anytime anyone of our color mention they lean right, they're the automatic enemy. Why do we do that? Just like we were talking about the trannies and Dave. Why do we do that? Why can't we just ask, why are you on this side of the aisle? Can you explain? We don't do this. We just jump and say coon immediately.
I don't think.
And then we have these comedians on late night turning everything they say. And I'm like, hold up, let's pull the brakes here. What color is that man they're cracking on? First of all, let's hold off that laughter. Do you know what this man's about? Before you understand, before you take what this comedian is saying, you can laugh. That's fine. But are you going to take it seriously, though? Because so many times I've looked back at the history of the people I used to laugh at and be like, holy shit. The only one that didn't get away from it for me was Colin Powell, because he was with Bush and stuff. Like, I already understood that. And he is what you would call a rhino. Him and Bush. Because they're all fucking related anyway, so it doesn't even make sense to even. And I'm not even like, this is, you can actually, you can look at stuff. This is actually probably gonna have to dig hard for that. They're all related. They're all related. So, and with the people in the news. So, yeah. Carry on.
Any last words before we move on to our final topic?
I got a question.
Go ahead.
So everything we just talked about, if you remember, there was all this talk about abolishing the Electoral College and shit like that. Assuming that happened, what do you think would be the fallout of that in regards to everything we just spoke about?
It needs to be abolished. The fuck? It would literally fix a lot of issues. That's what will happen.
Yep.
Which issue in particular? I'm not disagreeing. I'm just, again, this is just me asking questions.
I never really focused on that from what I remember and understand. It had to do with the amount of people and representatives in the state or something like that. And they want to be able to truncate it and give it to them to count like what counts more and stuff like that. So that way no state can overpower another state. I think that's how, if I remember correctly, because I never focused on that. But if I remember correctly, I think that's how, that was a reason for it. So it's more of about...
Because here's the thing that kind of bugs me and why I agree with what Father said a moment ago. Because a motherfucker could lose the popular vote, but win the Electoral College and take the whole thing. So when you think about it like that, this goes back to what I said a bit ago, where it seems like, damn, like the popular vote is too easy to manipulate. It's too easy to manipulate the votes. It's so easy to just just kind of throw whoever they choose in there.
Yeah, you can't. That's the problem, because we're states. Shit, that's what we just need a new solution. Really, because at the same time, yeah, it makes it balanced, but at the same time, it's not fair because there'll be more people who are for a certain person.
That's the whole point.
That's because most people in America aren't politically educated in the correct way.
That's another thing. Yeah.
So
they'll just vote for whoever, just because one person said it. Just because one person said it, like, yeah, I think I'll vote for this person, not knowing, not looking, that's the other issue. Like, because at least if that was done, it would be more understandable. You wouldn't even need a fucking electoral college.
Yeah, because most people just vote for who they hear of, more than like, oh, I like this guy's policies.
Yeah, I'm the type. I actually look like when I get those things in the mail, and of all the candidates, I actually go through the book, type in each person's name, and see what they're about. Like, I don't just do, because I don't rely on the fucking news for nothing.
I don't watch the news just because shit be depressing. But also, Father, what you said, that's why independent parties get next to nowhere half the time. Not even half the time, vast majority of the time.
It's funny. Most of the time I vote for the independents. Right,
but they don't have the backing that the Democrats and the Republicans do. So, even if everything they're trying to do, everything they want to implement, if they take office, are damn good ideas, they're going to get nowhere because they don't have the backing and the funding of the damn elephants and the fucking donkeys.
Like, I remember the person I voted for for the 2016 election was Jill Stein, and she came up with an amazing idea for dealing with that, because all these independents just never fucking win. They just basically doing it for nothing. So she was like, what we can do with this is have these people. She had some plan. I know I'm not going to do it justice because I can't remember all the details, but she said she found a way to like invest the votes so it could count later, so it could boost up the independents and bring them in that level. But she had a way of, I forgot how she described it, but it was an amazing plan, and it made sense because it will put an end to just who they prop up or who they decide. Be based on what we want, because that way you're putting basically the power back in our hands if we were able to do that.
I think
is it a wonder she didn't even get mentioned? Mm-hmm. Yeah, these people just get voted out. Some of them don't even get invited, son. And I'm like, yo, we need to hear
crash the debates. That's what a lot of these independent parties need to do. Just pull up.
Mm-hmm.
Shit is stupid.
No one has the balls. It ain't like back in the day with the founding fathers when they were fucking dual. So, yeah, we've been pussified. It's all on paper now.
All right, next independent party that's trying to get in the election, man, just pull up at a debate or a rally or something. Just pull up and start some shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's funny?
You
know what's funny? Every time during the election years, I don't know why, but I personally get a laugh at these the messages, the PSAs when they try to go at the other people. It was like, oh, this person didn't guess this. For some reason, I always get a laugh of it because I feel like that's a close thing to a white people doing a diss song or diss track to each other, like how the white people do. Yo, that's how I look at it. And yo, they be clowning him on these elections and shit. It was like, oh, that guy, you don't like your kids.
You are disrespectful.
All right.
That's just hilarious.
Yo, you be thinking that.
When you really think about that, son. Oh shit.
Yo, you be thinking that. It's like
that's how white man can't jump.
Other person.
Now that you say that, shoot. You know what?
White man can't jump.
This past election, you know when I knew this shit was over? When Biden told Trump to shut up. That's when I knew this shit was over.
Yo, and like, Donald Trump was that fucking Joe. He was called him Sleepy Joe. He was called him all them type of names and all that other shit.
Funny because it was accurate.
It was accurate. Sleepy Joe. Yo, Sleepy Joe was funny. I love
Crooked.
I don't support Trump.
He was being nice with her.
Trump, but Sleepy Joe was funny. I thought Sleepy Joe was hilarious. I was like, yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, he's got a name for everyone he's against.
Yeah, he did.
He might as well stay in WWE for real. He might as well just fucking write for it or something. Give some nicknames for a character.
You're fired, Vince.
You're fired, Vince. You're fired,
Vince.
He should retire and do that for like the rest of his life. Just run the WWE or something.
I mean, Donald Trump is good wherever he's at, and
if he bought WWE, I'd laugh so hard.
He should make a show. Want to be the next president?
Oh,
does he still do The Apprentice?
No,
that show's been done.
Yeah, that show's been done.
Just wondering.
He's gonna do a biopic for himself.
He's gonna
like Boozy did.
And he's gonna play himself.
You gonna play himself like Boozy did?
Oh shit! We need to move on. Oh no.
Okay, on to our last topic. Father, he wanted to bring up a mental health checkpoint, so I'm gonna just start ahead with Father. How do you want to handle this mental health checkpoint, Father?
Just how's everybody doing? How's your mental health?
I'm good.
You're just so nice, man.
I'm good. But I do wonder about a lot of people because it seems like maybe it's just me. I don't know. I'm on Facebook a lot, and it seems like everybody's depressed on Facebook. But it seems like on Twitter, everybody's angry or just talking about some random ass shit on Twitter, which I find funny. And Instagram, everybody's just showing pictures, but and throwing
mentally.
I can't see that on my Facebook because I'm still my account is still suspended.
Mentally, I am anxious because R. Kelly still ain't said shit, and I'm getting pissed off.
Shut up.
I'm about to write him a letter and be like, man, just tell me. Let me know.
Also, I think I'm at that age where I want kids, but I don't want kids. It's like I want them, but I want them at the age they're like the age of 6. That way, I ain't got to worry about the adolescent years.
You sleep like you
How can I skip that?
Hey, I want to tell you right now, I have a 6-year-old. Do you want this little motherfucker?
No.
Hey, you sleep like you got kids. Like you fall asleep like
I've fallen asleep on this podcast like 3 times because I've just been out of it physically.
Ray acts like he got kids. He's just like
Hey, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't want to call it baby fever, but it's just like I look at my niece, and some days she's just adorable, and then other days it's just like I don't want kids. But there's other days where it's just like, man, I do want kids. I don't know.
I can't wait for the day you ain't got no choice.
One day at a time.
I know. You know what's the funniest thing is just that when anytime my niece act up or something like that, I look at other people with kids and I say, don't have kids.
You're rude.
And they all look at me as like, okay, I want, but they get the joke.
It's too late, nigga. You missed me a long time ago with that. Like, hell no, nah, fuck that. Kids are cool. Kids are smarter than I don't know.
Bro, I'm not gonna have
that's what I be trying to tell people that. It seems like everybody, when they say think about the children and all that, I'm like, kids know what the fuck is going on.
You gotta
they really do.
You have to talk to your kids like, hey, look, this world is savage. Now, like I don't know. We're gonna have to survive this. But I tell my kids the truth. I tell my kids the truth about everything. Everything they ask, I tell them.
Good.
I'm just glad they don't ask me. Mm-hmm. They don't ask me the questions I don't want to answer. Like, is Santa Claus real? I don't want to tell them no.
The one thing I will say, since we was originally talking about mental health, don't nobody test your mental health harder than some motherfucking children.
That is true.
Don't nobody test that shit like no damn kids.
Yeah, make you want to run into a parked car, man. That shit just crazy.
He hit me.
Oh, she hit me.
Right, she hit me. Like, it make you do stupid shit. Kids make you do dumbass shit. Like, let me bungee jump off this curb, nigga. I'm sick of life. Like, fuck this shit. Like, this is ridiculous.
I can't wait for the day my kids do some crackhead shit. And I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you?
Hey, let me tell you something. When you first say it, when your kids get an age that you can say it and they understand it, you gonna walk away with the biggest smile on your face. Like, what's wrong with these dumbass kids? Oh my god.
Okay, I have a question for all the parents here. How the hell do you teach your kids math without losing your patience?
Dog. Hey, coming from a dude who aced math, that was probably like the one subject that I actually got up to do willingly.
I can't answer this question. I'm garbage at math. I can't answer this question. I'm ass at math.
What I say is that there's a computer.
Yeah.
And there's Google.
There you go.
Got Khan's Academy. And I just be like, watch the Indian guy. You'll be all right. And so there we go.
That's just lazy.
Nah, I'll do. See, I'm still stuck in the the late 90s. I make one of those little graphs that we used to get in elementary school to remember, or like we used to have to copy it off a fucking board when the teacher wrote it on the board, and it was like the multiplication graph and the ruler and all that stuff. That's like I used to do that.
You had to write that. Wait, you had to write that shit. We had them shits in the back of every damn notebook.
Yeah, that too. But
at
like,
a certain age, I just don't want to deal with math. So if they're in sixth grade, I'll deal with it. But after that, it's like, don't bother me.
You're on your own.
I started to pick up on what my father used to do. What did you learn in school? What was you in school for? Well, you should know it then. He was famous for that. That was just his way of saying, I'm too high to work.
Wow.
Like, Nigga, you asked me this when I just hit a J. You may get the fuck out of my face and go figure it out. You was asleep for 8 hours. You don't know this shit.
I just want to say I'm fucking jealous of you because grow up in an African house. Oh my God, bro! It's like a minefield, bro. If you get one part of the question wrong, you get a knock on your head. No warning.
But you know what? Yeah.
That was my fucking childhood.
It was mad, that was mad.
I can't.
Anything else, like my father was big on like comprehension and shit. So like, if like it was like he'd make me read a story, and he already read the story a long time ago, and then he'll like he'll really. My father he would surprise the hell out you. When you think he too high, he ain't high. He just playing high. And he come back and ask your ass a bunch of motherfucking.
How do you pretend to be high?
Like this nigga.
It's possible.
Yeah, like he got a PhD. He just asked you 1,001 questions, and you like, "Oh, I wasn't prepared for this." And then that just calls for you to get the shit slapped out you. Like my dad was the shit. I love him. I make it sound so bad, but it was so good.
I ask these questions because I know my patience is going to get tested. I think the first time my patience tested by my nephew is when I let him play Super Mario, and they couldn't get past the second level, and it took all of me to not take the controller from him and just beat it. It's like here's the weird thing. I watched them play Call of Duty, and they be going on kill streaks. I said, easy. But you can't jump over a platform in Mario, and that just bugs the hell out of me.
Right. You want to know the worst? You want to know what's even worse?
Oh
than
man!
That? You want to know what's worse than that? Is watching my son pick up Mortal Kombat for the first time.
Oh my God, yo!
Nah.
I learned Hadoukens and Shoryukens at 6.
I get so stressed out in watching him. Like, you know, the most stressful part is when you put it on one player for him to fight, and you got to put it on very easy. My finger almost bleeds for very easy. It's like, you motherfucker. I can't wait until you learn how to fight this shit. I cannot believe I'm allowing you to
I'm going to teach my son to play Tetris.
Shit.
You know what I think we got to do? I think we got to train them up the way we were. We got to start them off on the early shit that we started off with. Like, yo, somehow get your hands on an old NES or Genesis or something like that. Let them start those games from there and then graduate to the next gens.
But see, the difference is the revolution we went through when it came to fighting games was so amazing. It's almost impossible for people our age to we've had
they can't go back.
We are the best generation when it comes to fighting games. We are the best generation of fighting game people.
Yeah,
we could beat the 80s. We could beat anybody older than us. But we could beat all these youngins in fighting games hands down because we have touched every single type of fighting game, and everybody has their own.
We're the ones who established the basics.
Oh man, are you serious? Are you serious?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people who are like 40, 50 who used to be legends in fucking Mortal Kombat. They can't do a move to save their life. Back down X. How you do back down X?
Nigga,
shit. Nigga, what? Are you serious?
It's like how do I teach a 10-year-old a quarter circle?
Right. Oh my God. Quarter circle. What how do you do that? Oh my God.
And it's just like I knew this at 6.
Exactly.
And you're telling the 10-year-old is a quarter circle forward, and then go, what?
That's why I say our video.
Right, third grade, I knew fractions. Come on.
Our development of video games we are superior to all generations. I don't care what anybody say. These kids will never know how it feels to beat God of War. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
we grew up while we developed while the games were developing.
Hey,
right.
Hey, all right. So everybody right here, I know everybody right here has played this game. And when I say this, I really mean this. It warmed my heart to introduce my godson to Devil May Cry. I mean, like when he seen it, he was like, "Yo, I've never seen this before." I said, "Look, let me tell you something. You ain't seen nothing yet, young boy."
I know.
And that's what I'm saying.
Man.
If you really want your kids to develop, put them on them PS2 games.
Oh man,
that'll make them set them straight.
Nah, man, you either gonna set them straight, or you gonna make criminals. You gonna make cold-blooded gangsters.
Nah, Nintendo make you a criminal.
Nah, because if I introduce my son to Def Jam Fight for New York, he gonna start pushing niggas in train tracks.
Play Mario Kart. Just have him play Mario Kart.
Then he gonna throw bananas out the window. I'm gonna get a ticket. Like, come on, man, you gotta give me something else.
I'm telling you,
man, you gotta be cutting over Mario Kart too.
Ooh, man, hey, Mario Kart, I done lost a lot of friends. It's two things you'll lose a lot of friends on: Mario Kart and Uno. I swear, like.
Because my kids was angry at me for 2 weeks whole. I was like, look.
Hey, it's life.
Crystal, you did the right thing. Don't worry about it. You did the right thing.
You cannot trust nobody.
My nephew still try to challenge me in Tekken and Street Fighter, and I beat him like I'm fighting Daigo.
Oh man, I went on like a 30 streak in Dragon Ball Z Fighters just because
I'm waiting for my son to learn to count money.
My son begged me to play him, and I just beat the brakes off him and just showed him that you are nowhere near me. Even if I don't play this game, I'm 10 times better than you, become smarter than you. I know that you don't.
All I'm gonna say is I want my son to learn to count money, because the way I'm gonna dog him in Monopoly.
Really?
Oh, my grandma was dog him in Monopoly.
Really?
My grandmama used to whoop my ass Monopoly.
I hate Monopoly.
I'm a dog DJ in Monopoly.
My grandmama is a church-going woman, but when that Monopoly she is a hustler.
You cannot trust her. You can't trust her.
I cannot.
You cannot trust her. Just because she's a church-going woman.
Man, the church folk be the most shady.
The graces of God in her hands, boy. She gonna get all that money.
Nigga, the church folk be the most shady.
She said she got to pay tithes.
My grandmother was a different woman, and she was whipping all of us ass with the thimble. And I'm like, what is this? Who is this woman?
Hey, have you ever ran into a church woman that could play spades? Good God Almighty!
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's not fair.
My grandmother.
Found out that they're church.
Nigga, my grandmother.
I don't play with them.
Hey, let me tell you something. Older people, anybody listening to this podcast, if you are not a legend or you have not been taught by older people in spades, do not, and I repeat, do not sit at the table with anybody 35 and over playing spades.
Or dominoes.
Or in dominoes. I guarantee you, if you don't know what you're doing, you will get cussed out by the preacher himself. For
especially if they're Caribbean.
His spade. If you cut his spade, I promise you, he gonna curse you. In the name
of not play a Caribbean person in dominoes.
Oh no,
that is. I made that mistake once.
Man, listen.
I heard some patois shit that I ain't never heard while you was whipping my ass. I said, "Oh my God!" I just left the table.
Dog, sometimes you do, bro. If you're not built for it, look, I survived one time with a table full of grandmothers playing spades. I survived and won. Hey, look, I told myself I am a legend. So right now I'm gonna just walk away and I'm gonna just tell my story to other people and tell them, unless you are elite, please leave these old people alone, man. They are smarter. And the one thing they know how to do is play mind games. They will play a mind game with you so fucking bad. You think you got them? Oh my God.
And if you are gonna play against them, don't let there be no money involved.
Well, we all saw that in Squid Game, so
absolutely. Please don't bring that up.
One of these days, though. One of these days, I'm going up to New York and I'm talking shit to all them old people to play them in chess. I'm challenging every old person in chess. I want
my ass beat.
I don't care. Especially the speed test. Hey, yo,
be out there like fresh, getting your ass whooped.
Hey, yo, out there in DC, there's some killers out here in DC too. I've seen them.
Dog, I'm trying to tell you, bro. It's a lot of I seen a lot of people play this damn hacky sack game.
Man,
shut up! Stop laughing. I'm saying,
hey, yo,
bro. I want to try it one day, bro. I swear, hey, I feel like I can be the greatest.
Hey, Q, it's funny that you was mentioning Mortal Kombat, and I blame Father for this. But when MKX was out, and my nephew was trying to beat me, I swear to God, I beat them so bad. It's like it took them at least 10 rounds to even touch me. Rude. That's how bad. And the whole time I said I blame Father and Head for that because they made me get good in this game.
Dog, hey, let me tell you something. I blame all y'all for a lot of shit I do to people now. I'm not even gonna lie to you, Father. I'm not even gonna let me explain something to you, Father. Let me explain. I'm directing this straight to you. Okay. I won't even pick up Soul Calibur unless it's a motherfucker who is even in my ballpark to even fight. Dog. All right, I'm gonna get off of that.
I'll play Soul Calibur. Fight me, nigga.
I play my nephew in Smash Brothers, the new one. Let me tell y'all something. Ray.
Yeah.
Luigi still got the meanest uppercut.
Boy.
Hey, fucking with y'all. I'm a Madden and 2K guy. Don't judge me, but if you do try me, I am elite in Mortal Kombat. Like really, really, really not no game elite. Try my Kano, you're gonna die. The point is, these motherfuckers made me great. They actually made me think about all this shit. But these kids will never understand. They will never understand the significance of beating Crash Bandicoot. What? Resident Evil 2.
Hold on.
You know how long it took me to beat Resident Evil 2?
Back up for a second. Which Crash Bandicoot?
2. That's my favorite one. Crash Bandicoot 2 is my favorite one.
That's
the one I was introduced to. But Resident Evil 2.
I played all of them, but Crash Bandicoot 2, yes.
Do you know how long it took for me to beat Resident Evil 2? These kids ain't got no goddamn patience. You know how many times you got to run back and forth in the same spot over and over and over again?
Mm-hmm. I blame the fact that they gave Mario an unlimited amount of lives. We only had 3.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I thought you're right. They do.
No, I'll do you one better. Legend of Zelda.
I hated Zelda. I'm sorry.
Because you got to put in you got to put in work to get through some of them dungeons, especially Ocarina of Time. That water dungeon.
It's just that it be so eerie.
Nigga, the Pokemon game. Nigga, you know how much work you had to put in that?
Yeah, to beat one. Oh my god, that fish annoying as fuck. Why do we even get that as the starter Pokemon anyway?
I'm about to shit on all of y'all real quick because the game you had to put in the most work in, bar none, was Ghouls and Goblins. You had to beat the game, then after you beat the game, you had to go right the fuck back. What fucking game does that?
That part.
Super Mario. Super Mario Brothers, the first one.
No, Ghouls and Goblins is so much worse because that game is already hard to begin with.
That shit is irritating. I don't even want to talk about that shit, bro. I still ain't beat it. I don't appreciate it.
By the way, Tekken 3, Stage 7, Nina Williams, fuck you. That woman was the cause of...
All right, if we talking about anxiety, Fat Joe, Def Jam, Fight to New York, you's a bitch. I still don't like you. I don't even like real Fat Joe because of the video game.
I was just about to say, that first battle against Fat Joe.
Oh, bro, I don't like.
I don't like against Fat Joe.
I'm gonna tell Fat Joe to his face one day if I ever meet him. I'm gonna tell him the reason I don't like you is because I don't like the nigga you was in the video game. It took me 3 days to figure out how to beat you, man.
All I'm gonna say is don't play Def Jam Vendetta because that game is fucking hard.
Oh man, DMX is the hardest person to ever fight.
No, D-Mob.
He is not.
D-Mob.
He is
D-Mob.
not. DMX is not.
It wasn't
the hardest
D-Mob
person.
for me. It was
Iceberg, motherfucking Iceberg with all them damn reversals.
Oh,
It was
Iceberg.
The nigga with the blue suit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
Iceberg.
god. Oh my god.
It took me forever to beat that nigga.
Oh my god. I was about to say the pimp nigga. That's his name, ain't it? Wasn't he the pimp nigga Iceberg? Oh,
yeah, it was Iceberg.
Oh my god.
And it was super disrespectful because his super was him spanking you.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my
I'm like,
god.
bro, I will throw this motherfucking controller. I see why motherfuckers be throwing controllers now. Them games, it's not good
all right,
for
okay.
mental health.
Since we talking about fucking bosses, nigga, man, NBA Streets Volume 1, the first one, Stretch, use the bitch. Tekashi, use the bitch too, because you was like 7'5", nigga. Like, y'all some bitch ass niggas, bro. For real.
Yo, who's the one that he could shoot from like half court and was still banking threes?
I'm trying to think. Was that Drake?
It was either Drake or it was an Alien or some shit like that.
Yeah, Alien was cheese. Alien was complete cheese. He was just shooting. You could just shoot with him, and that shit was just going to fuck in.
And yeah, my man was automatic. By the way, in Streets Volume 2, what was y'all nickname? Y'all remember y'all nickname? We got finally achieved one.
I don't.
I never played.
I
never played any NBA Streets.
Nicknames. That's a long ass time ago.
Mine, you know what mine was? Armageddon, because I bring games to an end. I thought that was the hardest shit ever. I was like, I have to.
Bro, you about to get muted and blocked.
Wow.
That wasn't even cool. That was some Vince McMahon shit. That was cheesy as fuck.
That's the nickname they gave me. My nickname was Armageddon, bro. Yo, Babito Garcia, every time I dunk, he's like, Armageddon. I used to be hyped. That shit was
man.
Yeah.
The boss that used to piss me off, man, Tekken 5, Jinpachi.
He was easy.
He was easy. Once you figured them out, he was easy. That's the one thing I always say about Tekken bosses. Once you figure them out, they're fucking easy.
Nigga, fight Kazuya in Tekken 2. That's the hardest motherfucker of all time.
I had no problem against him.
You lying.
That's
I had no problem against Kazuya.
That's a lie.
You lying. You lying.
Fight Frieza and Dragon Ball Z Budokai. Fuck.
You know, I'm gonna tell you what game is just an asshole to be the asshole. X-Men: Children of the Atom.
Oh my god. No.
Fighting Sentinel. Fighting Sentinel.
I don't want to fight Sentinel no more. No. No. Don't even get me started on SNK.
Oh yeah, SNK. Oh my god.
Okay, hold on. Since we're talking SNK, I gotta ask this question: who was the worst King of Fighters boss?
Rugal.
95 Rugal. Omega Rugal from 95.
Yes. Fuck him. Fuck him.
It's a toss between that version of Rugal and Orochi. For me, it's a toss up between them.
Orochi wasn't that bad.
Orochi pissed me off because he had that one move where the whole screen turned white.
Oh, I know. Oh god, Many Cairo, and then the goose go. I know exactly what you're talking about.
But Rugal is a fucking asshole. Just to be an asshole. His genocide cutter would just fucking hit you with no fucking.
I got a question. Anybody here actually complete Weapon Master on Soul Calibur 2?
Yes.
No, it's funny. You know what's funny? I still have the game on my PS3, and I still haven't completed Weapon Master.
You might need to do that. I had it for the GameCube.
That shit takes forever.
No, that shit takes forever.
That shit takes forever.
It took a minute, but I got that motherfucker. I was determined to beat that bitch.
That shit takes forever. This game still to this day, I'm like, dog, I still haven't beat that.
To me, that's still the best Soul Calibur game.
Soul Calibur.
I love it too. Soul Calibur number 2. To me, that's still the best one.
You want to know what motherfucker was a boss character without being a boss character and destroyed my mental health when I was younger? Lu Bu from fucking Dynasty Warriors. Fuck him.
That's my man. Fuck him. But that's my man. Lu Bu's my man.
No. I'm gonna take you back to Soul Calibur. The person who was deserving of being a boss, even though he wasn't a boss, fucking Cervantes.
Come with me to hell.
Fucking Cervantes.
Cervantes, yep.
Yo,
what
is you having issues with these fighting game characters?
It's okay. You know who pisses me off? And what pisses me off about Cervantes? He had moves he could teleport and shit. Because you gotta remember, he's like a ghost or some shit.
Yo, I just realized. Who here has played World Heroes 2? Y'all remember Neo Dio?
Oh Lord,
I never even heard of that.
Yeah.
Oh my
God. Fight Neo Dio, and you want to know that is the one boss where I almost broke my controller. Like, he is the closest to I ever got to throwing the fucking controller and breaking it. Neo Dio is a fucking asshole.
No, who played Rival Schools? The crazy motherfucker with the knife, Edge.
Yeah, yo, Dion, these characters. How are you losing to these characters?
Yeah, I was about to say, how are you losing?
But here's the funny part, though. I ended up mastering that motherfucker back when Rival Schools was still popping.
But your caliber losses are like bad.
Yeah, I don't know what you were doing back then, but I need you to step it up.
I ain't never lost
game.
Anyone played
what?
Was it Ninja Gaiden 2?
Oh my god. Bruh.
Okay. So for me, is that fucking turtle thing or armadillo, whatever that is.
I know exactly.
Which stage was that?
The fucking steel. When he right after the airship. When he blew the airship.
I know exactly what you're talking
about. What's that?
Everybody had problems with that motherfucker.
The second one. Those were like 360 and PS3. And then the final fucking boss. Shit. Damn, man.
Yeah, but that game was just hard in general.
Oh, because he's like that. He designs his games difficult on purpose. Specifically, Ninja Gaiden. He's known for that. But he said he's not changing a thing. Any Ninja Gaiden game he comes out with, he's going to make it hard on purpose, even if you put on easy. But those bosses, those two in particular, they get me mad, son. Because the amount of times I have to replay to fucking beat that, it's insane.
Shit, the boss on Resident Evil 4, nigga.
The moral of the story is video games used to test our motherfucking mental health back then.
Yeah.
That was a test of endurance.
Just willpower.
These kids will never understand the concept of video games as being the greatest of all time and trying to learn the actual meaning of the game. Shit. Like, you Fortnite lovers.
Y'all don't know.
Yo, there was actually a test in Japan, and some of the kids, like, younger than us, could not get past the second level of Super Mario, the original Super Mario. This is a test that we ran on it.
Like, it's sad because they don't play games that have instructions for you to, like, the concept of you have to puzzles. They don't play games with puzzles and secret hidden messages, and you got to hit this to move that to get back to this. Like, they don't have patience. They don't understand the art of problem solving. Like, they don't get it.
If I really want to test somebody, I just have them play the original Doom. Beat the first 3 levels.
Oh my god!
You trying to kill that kid?
Yes.
Yes.
You lucky I ain't say Wolfenstein 3D.
No, what it is? Those kids ain't backwards compatible. Because they started off with 3D next gen and all that shit. To go backwards to 2D, they're gonna start moving up for no reason and they're jumping. And they don't know why.
Platformers, to be fair, 2D platformers have been kind of making a comeback in recent years, but you really gotta fuck with the indie creators and shit.
Shout out to Cuphead.
I will say,
You gotta be on Steam for that shit.
I still have not beaten Cuphead. I'm not gonna lie.
That shit's hard, son.
Let me tell you something.
That shit's hard.
Don't feel bad. Ray, do not feel bad. Do not feel bad. Cuphead is hard as shit.
I'm scared to try Cuphead because it puts me in a mindset.
No.
Here's the thing. Here's why I'm scared to try Cuphead. Cuphead puts me in the mindset of Metal Slug, and I remember how I struggled with Metal Slug.
You struggle with Metal Slug? Right.
Oh my god! Everything.
In particular, the third one.
No, okay, the game did have its hard levels. I will say that.
Cuphead is on a different level.
For me, out of all the Metal Slug games, I played all them bitches. It was the third one for me.
Cuphead is going to make you
bad. Cuphead is going to make you cry.
Cuphead is going to make you curse, and you're going to curse at every
makes me curse.
No, it's going to make you.
Oh, you braggy bitch! I'm playing Call of Duty right now. I just cursed at somebody.
No, that's just no.
Dion, listen.
You are going to be frustrated.
Dion, you're going to delete the game.
I've never been that mad at a game where I just deleted it.
You will be. Dion, you will be. That's how mad you're going to be.
That's a promise.
I swear to God, you will delete
Me and Father done watched some of our better gamers rage at that game. That game is fucking good.
Dion, I spent my money on Cuphead. Dion, no, don't do it. like for real, don't do it. I myself went back.
Y'all got me thinking about trying this just to see if I can beat that motherfucker.
Dion, you can try.
Okay, I used to tell people all this. Mario games are not for kids, especially when they get to their harder levels. Mario games make me curse, but Cuphead, that shit will make you curse everybody in your area.
Dion, you're going to delete the game. I am telling you, you are going. It's going to be like
the only game that I've ever played, and a buddy of mine had this on this is that had me saying, you know what, I can't do it. Was Dark Souls.
Father, am I lying?
That's the only game I've ever played that just had me like, I ain't know what. No,
you ain't lying.
Father, am I lying?
You ain't lying.
You ain't lying.
Dog, I promise you, you will delete. Dog, this is like that episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog, man. Return the slab, man. You will delete.
Delete the game.
What? I want to turn to Matt Hardy.
You will have
what is the hardest game you done played, Dion?
Hard, like I said, outside of Dark Souls, because that motherfucker, sheesh, that shit was stressful. Dark Souls was stressful. Hardest shit I've ever played. It's a few. None that ever just made me say, "I you know what, no," because I eventually went back and beat that motherfucker. You know what? It was one of the Metroid games.
You know what?
I think it was one of the Metroid games that kind of like I was locked in one spot for a while because I couldn't figure out where to fucking go. I think it was it Super Metroid?
Wait, so it was hard because you got lost?
Something like that. Something like that.
Who asked that question? You are so wrong. Oh my God.
I don't mean to laugh. It's not.
I mean, in hindsight, yes, it's funny. In hindsight, yes, it's funny. Because looking back on it now, I laugh at myself.
Was you screaming like that one beaver?
Hardest game I ever
Nah, I was just wandering the fuck around.
Hardest game I ever played, Metal Gear Solid 2.
Which one?
Metal
Solid
Sons of
2.
Liberty.
Oh.
What about you, Crystal? What's the hardest game you ever played, Crystal?
Hey, don't laugh at me, okay?
I'm prepared to laugh. Sorry.
Okay, fine.
We're going to laugh.
You can't say that. I already got a smile on my face.
Yeah, like you set yourself up for that one.
What is it?
But go ahead.
Game. Y'all probably didn't even hear of it. It's Skies of Arcadia.
Yeah, I've heard of Skies of Arcadia.
Heard of it, never played it.
Yeah, it just kept getting harder. It's like it's a scene where the character has to fight these bugs, but they're rolling around shit. They're rolling around dung because they're bugs, but they're holding up zombies. So I said, no, I'm not fighting these damn things. And every time I even attempted, I never won. So I said, fuck it. So I never won the game.
You just don't like bugs.
With shit.
If you scared of bugs, just say that.
What about you, Ray? What's the hardest game you played?
I play a lot of bullet hells, but Mario Maker. Now I know you. No, there are some levels in Mario Maker that it's just like, why do you build this shit? And anybody know me? I'm the Furious of 5 fucks, but they make some levels that is just like, why is this a fucking level? Mario Maker, depending on what level you play, is fucking hard. But hardest game I done played recently, Blood Rain. This is Blood Rain game that was on PSN. That game was hard. There's like a level specifically, it's just like you either go left or right. You choose your fate. And if you go one way, you have to step on bugs. You have no platforms. You got to step on bugs while fighting enemies, and they're like ghosts in the air. So you got to like air combo these ghosts while stepping on bugs at the same time. This shit was so fucking difficult.
Was this the original one?
No, not the original Blood. It's like 2D. It's like Castlevania.
Oh, okay.
But the animation is really good. It's on PSN, and I know I still have the game, but I'll send you a link to it. That game was really fucking hard, but I beat it though. But it was really fucking hard.
Okay. I looked it up. Like, okay, they have the anime Blood Rain, and then they have the game. So I picked the right.
For me, Medal of Honor Allied Assault Mission 5. It's called Sniper's Last Stand on hard mode. When I tell you, bro, you will like walk 2 steps and you're losing like 70% of your life. Because motherfuckers snipe you. It's a sniping mission. So they hide. You walk into a building, some of them be hiding inside the little cabinets, and you gotta shoot the cabinets. Because if you don't, you're going to die. If you stick your head out in one of the windows, you get your head popped.
What the fuck?
I'm telling you.
Mm.
It was hard as hell.
They said fucking.
Bro, that game was so hard. Like, as a kid, that game was so hard, I almost cried.
I'm telling you, games back then is really like fuck them kids. It's really like
to be rated. But there's some
Super Mario
to be rated for everyone.
Here's another hard game that it's just hard for no fucking reason, and y'all gonna be thinking this is weird, but Super Mario: The Lost Levels. That game is fucking hard.
That's difficult as fuck. The
Japanese was not playing that. It was so hard that we didn't even want to bring it to America.
So I have a question.
Go ahead, Crystal.
All I'm going to say about that game is if you don't play as Luigi, you're not going to make it.
No, because Luigi got bad traction.
Yeah.
I played as Luigi because I wanted that extra jump height. I was able to deal with
but he has bad traction.
I learned how to deal with that. I didn't have an issue with that. I wanted that extra jump height because it was some of them jumps.
So like, you could deal with Luigi traction, but you got lost in Metroid?
Shut up. Shut up.
I'm sorry.
Go to hell. Father, go straight to hell. Don't pass go. Do not collect $200.
I'm a child of God. I'm going to heaven.
So y'all see how much hard games we played as kids, and even now as adults, in some games that's still difficult. Why do we have people going online saying that gamers or people who have created games need to make an easy level for each person who has a learning disability? Like, we all didn't know that we was autistic until adults. We didn't know if we were bipolar. We didn't know. It was a lot of shit that I found out as an adult that pissed me the fuck off. But at the same time, I still played the game. I didn't have the option for easy, especially with Super Mario back in the day with only 3 lives. Talk about anxiety. I should have heart fucking problems, but I don't. Mm-hmm. So I'm just saying, why all of a sudden, when there's less issues, more technology, nobody has to ride 3 trains to get to the fucking library to make a book report. Why is there so much issues now where people want all this extra shit?
People got greedy.
Huh?
I think I want to say entitlement, but I feel like
no, you can say it.
I don't want to say entitlement, but it's more or less in the words of Hove. Did I tell you to sell drugs? No, Hove did that, so hopefully you wouldn't have to go through that.
Facts.
You know,
facts. B.
You know, because some of the, like I said, a lot of these people that do game development, they know how hard some of these fucking, like, if you ever play a bullet hell game, them games are just hard for fucking no reason and all that shit. And this feels like I don't want to have to go through that. I just want to have fun. So I and you know that's why like some grizzled seasoned veteran gamers like Father is just like, what the fuck is fun? To this day, I've never played Splinter Cell because I'm not good at stealth missions, and I like shooting people. I stay away from Splinter Cell.
Yeah, Ray is the kick in the door. Let's bust this motherfucker and do this shit.
Yeah, I'm the kick in the door. I'm the kick in the door. I'm blasted shit.
What it is for me, it's not even the game. It was just the level, and it wasn't the level. It was the final boss. Sorry, and it was true. It was an open world game, and you're a cop, and you're able to drive through like the whole of LA in that game. It was True Crime LA. I think part 2 was True Crime New York.
Yeah,
okay. So I'm not talking about the. All right, so I'm not talking about the regular story you play through. I don't know if you played it or remember. You could kind of like branch off and do like side missions, or even go like to a kind of like bad ending type of thing, but you still beat the game, but it's kind of harder. And it's like a darker ending where characters die that shouldn't, like if you were like a bad cop type of deal. So I did that part after beating the game. I said, let me try it again and do that. How's this go? And you fight this dude straight from, because this is the main character you're playing as is a Korean cop. And this dude straight from Korea, some old dude, son, like dictator looking dude. Final boss, and I could not beat him. Yo, I was kicking ass through the whole regular game. No, I ain't changed no fucking level, but difficulty level. And this dude, it was sending me through a wall, son. And I'm like, what did they do? Did they set this up? Because I'm like, I don't understand how I'm not beating this guy. It took me forever. And I said, yo, you know what? I ain't gonna even play games for a while after this because that had me pissed. Yeah, so I don't know if anybody beat it. I don't know if you guys, it was easy for you, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know what happened that day, but I was done. Shit.
I remember one time I was playing Mario Kart Super Nintendo, and I was right on the finish line. I was in first place, and I'm about to cross that motherfucker, and Yoshi threw an egg right on the. No, Yoshi threw an egg right in front of me at the fucking finish line, like perfectly. It was on the finish line in my position. I couldn't avoid it. I spun out and I got into 5th place. I uninstalled the game.
Yo, that's like missing the lottery, son.
Dog, hey, I feel so bad for you.
I keep telling people Mario Kart's not for kids. Mario
Kart is not.
No, for kids. I went through it. Fuck.
That's why I tell you, if you really want to hear your kids cuss, put on Mario Kart.
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
you don't even get mad. You're like, you know what? I get it.
I understand.
Yep.
Like that's a great game for like game night or some shit like that. That is a great game to find out who's really your friends and who's not.
Or Smash Bros.
Don't nothing test your game. So like when you on the cusp of winning a race and you get taken out by that one lucky bitch that pulls up behind you with a star.
Who threw that? Who threw that?
You know,
exactly.
You know what? Now that y'all mentioned Mario Kart, who has well, I doubt it that any of you guys have it, but who has Wii U?
I don't
I have the game, but not a Wii U.
Switch.
Okay, the reason I'm asking is because and I do have Nintendo Switch too, but the reason I'm asking is because it was this time of Mario Kart, but you could play with people internationally. And I noticed a lot of people would go in groups and block the person that is not in a group, and then they would fucking lose. And that shit used to piss me the fuck off.
Yeah, like, no fun allowed.
A group, and 2 of the fucking people from that group would block me. They ain't going nowhere. They're just fucking blocking me. And I'm trying my best to get as much stars as I can to throw at their ass and stuff. They would still like knock me around. I hated that. I hated the international.
Yo, you got jumped.
Yeah, you got
you got jumped.
You got jumped.
You got
You
got King Joffy. They blocked you and laid flowers.
No.
Yo, you know what I would have done? I'd have sandbagged. I'd have stayed in last, and then like each and every one of them, I'm getting one of them like big old like a thunder or a star, and I'm hitting every one of them
every time. Hey,
yeah, I'm
Ray,
getting vendetta.
Ray, you know how to fuck somebody's life up. I forgot. That's fucking somebody's life up. That's anxiety for you. Right.
Hey, yo, was you there when I was playing AJ? I know Father was there, but Q, was you there when I was playing AJ and Smash? And that man, he was trying to spike me and everything.
That laugh says it all. That laugh tells the story. That laugh tells the story.
It was one of the few times where I was purposely pissing off AJ. And he kept getting more angry. Now it was like it was like 8 players at one point, and he just kept trying to spike me. And the first time I like upbeat him, and like with Luigi, you know, either you hit him close or you hit him with the 1 coin.
Yeah.
I hit him with the 1 coin and he died. So the next time he tried to chase me and spike me, died on purpose. And he kicked everybody off the game and he just started playing me 1v1.
Oh my god.
And I just kept dying on purpose. It's like every time he would wait for me, he would try to wait for me to come up so he could spike me. And I said nope, and I would just die on purpose.
What made it so funny is that when you died on purpose, that nigga had the funniest yelp I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, he was actually mad.
Oh, he was super mad, and it was hilarious.
Oh shit!
I did that for like at least 4 or 5 games straight. I was like, yo, this nigga's really trying to spike me.
Poking the bear.
Poking the bear. You was a petty motherfucker. You know?
Oh yeah, I was poking that
you gotta be sometimes.
Oh my god, that's funny.
It was I think it was another time. The dude named Ziggy. I forgot what he was doing, and I uppercutted him, and I paused the game, and I got right in his face, and I just stared at him.
Yeah, because his thing was every time he beat you, he would look at you, he'd give you a stare.
Look at you,
and his hairline was bad too, so it was disrespectful.
Damn.
Like he was looking at me with his eyes and his hairline, like you were.
Damn.
Yo, so it was this one time I beat him.
You the rock eyebrow.
Yeah, he did. And the one time where I beat him, and I beat him. I hit him with an uppercut. I got up in his face, and I just looked at him. I stared at him. It was like I wanted him to see me.
Jeez.
I can't stare at anybody because the last time I did that, I was called an asshole. You remember, Ray?
Oh yeah, my man. Oh my God, that
he avoided me for 3 years straight because I looked at him.
He was a fucking. To be fair, he was a fucking weirdo. But
in life, this is not in the game.
In real life, yes.
Oh no, yeah, this what happened at the school. When I tell you there was a lot of shit that done happened in that school, Crystal. Oh my God,
weird ass shit.
Oh man,
weird ass shit. Good
there was, and when I tell you there was like people that avoided either me or father, there was people that avoided me or father. So I had like three or four people avoided me. What'd you say, Crystal?
Why? Because y'all saw through their bullshit, or is it just that you put people on the spot? What is it?
Father, it was both, but it was more like you can't say certain shit around Ray.
I'm already. You know what?
You can't think certain shit around Ray because most likely Ray's thinking the same shit, and because he knows you're thinking it and he's thinking it, he can be like, you know what, we might as well say it. And then don't be a motherfucker that's with the shit. Please don't be a motherfucker that's gonna be like, all right, fuck it, we're gonna go say something. Because then you fucked up.
The person Ken that I done mentioned like a couple times on the podcast is like, I was actually nice to him at first, but he was like being an asshole to everybody. So it's just like some of the shit that I've done to him, he had it coming.
Okay.
Okay, that L was the greatest shit ever. Nothing tops that. You gave a man an L for his birthday.
Ray, you remember, bro? Nah, I will never fucking forget this for the rest of my life. Ray, you remember when we was playing Fighting EX Layer? It was like 10 o'clock at night. We was playing Fighting in EX Layer, and a person that shall not be fucking named, because I will not give him the satisfaction of me saying his name, came in, and then he said, yeah. So then I took her virginity. Bruh, we paused that game so fucking fast.
You know what?
Oh
wow.
my God.
Father, can Ray say who it was?
Oh my God.
You know who it is.
Wow.
It's the nigga, it's the Q, you know what it is. It's the nigga I clowned because he had bad feet one day.
Oh my God.
Yeah, open toe sandals and bad feet. So
yeah, he did.
So I just like clowned it.
He disrespected the building.
I will never forget the time you asked him, yo, so did you get your pedicure from the same people that cut your head?
Yeah. Hey, I'm telling y'all think Ray is terrible. And he's real.
You know what's funny? Brandon tried to stop me that day. Brandon tried to stop me.
He's too smooth. And then he wears these glasses that are dark. So it's like you can't really tell if he's looking at you or not, or even if he's woke or asleep, but he'll just walk up to you and just say something. Like, hey, brother, you know that your big toe is bigger than the nah, never mind. I'm gonna just walk away. Like, he just like, hold on, wait, what? That's not the way you.
No, don't come in with a bad wig. Ray will really get on you.
Oh my God. But I bet you the person that Ray ragged on had fixed their wig, right?
Yeah.
No.
Damn.
Nah, it's I'm sorry, but it's like it gets to a point where motherfuckers get tired and we just leave people where they belong. Like it was just like, all right, okay, we know now. Just stay over there. Like it was weird. It was weird.
I don't know. That's the New York way. Once you get dissed and you really look at, okay, well, they were making fun of me, but really, is it really that bad or whatever? You got time to analyze. I never took anything personally. Unless I know he really fucking hates my guts and they just want to get under my skin.
There's a person who is gender fluid, either gender doesn't like me. So anytime, anytime where I don't have to say nothing, I just walk up to him and he sees me. He goes, "Why are you here?
Why are you here? I thought I got rid of you."
Oh,
There's a video that is sooner or later I'm gonna just pull up and I'll show you, Crystal. And I pulled up on him and he was just he was not happy to see me.
And that's the thing. Dion is brutal when it comes to dissing people. So you know he rags on me. Any fucking chance along with them two, oh my God. It would make any girl cry laughing. And
Wait, me and who? Wait, me and who?
Jesse.
Okay, no, I wasn't that bad.
Jesse
was the problem. Jesse was the problem. I wasn't that bad. I was the defensive one. I didn't fuck with you unless you fucked with me. Mm-hmm. Jesse gave no fucks.
Me and Sasha was close to beating his ass, though. I'll let you know. I'll tell you.
I remember that. I stopped y'all. Like
that's a very common thing.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Ray, I just figured out who you was talking about too. I know I'm late as shit.
The homegirls always gotta catch it.
Ray,
building character. It's out of love. Building character.
Ray, I know who you're talking about.
Yo, the day where he had that hair, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Ray, he's the one that used to have the vaporizer, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yo, the day
he wore open toe sandals.
Yes. Nah, the open toe sandals wasn't the one. When he had that haircut where it was just like the nigga still had an afro, but the nigga had the front of his hairline fucking missing.
And then we asked him where he fucking got his haircut from, and he said the Chinese lady. And me and Ray we collapsed.
Oh no,
we fucking collapsed.
There's levels.
Wow.
Him.
You let Asian people cut your hair?
Just
I don't even think.
Just wow.
And he kept it. No, the worst part is he kept it. He kept it. He didn't try to fix it. He didn't try to do anything with it. He kept it.
As you can see, that is the most disturbing part of the story.
It took all the energy Ray had to not rag on him every single day he saw him.
Ray damn near ragged on him every day he saw him.
Yeah, that's the
I did rag on him.
I'm about to say it didn't take no energy. He did that shit.
He failed.
Rightfully so.
This is what our friend Tyrell was telling me to try harder, and I was like, bro.
It was sad because we as a group, we didn't want Ray to be this petty. We all understood that Ray had a petty meter that went beyond anybody else's.
A pedometer, if you will.
Yeah, like so as a group, we had an intervention for him. Ray. For real, no, this is no joke. We had an intervention for him. It was like three separate interventions because everybody didn't come to school on the same day. So it was like 3 separate interventions, but they all said the same thing. Ray, you're petty. You gotta stop eventually. It's not nice. Ray just shrugs his shoulders like, I don't think I'm petty. I don't do nothing wrong. I just tell the truth. Ray, sometimes the truth is not necessary.
Shit.
So what y'all want me to do? Just shut the fuck up and not say nothing?
I think Ray's pettiness is activated through karma. If the person deserves it, he is definitely activated. So let it be.
Yeah, I think his pettiness.
I don't start shit, but I will ask. I don't start shit, but I will ask questions. But some people do listen to me. There was another dude. He had a fucked up haircut. He let his mom cut his hair.
Oh no!
And shit!
He wore a hat for a reason because he knew about me. So, but for some reason,
in other words, he knew
kept staring at him, and I told him, "Yeah, I told him to take off his hat," and then he took it off. And I said, "What the fuck happened to you?" And the nigga said, My mom. Who the fuck?
What kind of regular show answer?
Wow. I know what character you're talking about too.
Ray, do you remember Professor Clump?
Oh, Lord, no. Oh, man.
As you
He
see,
hated me too. He hated my guts. He hated Clump hated my guts. Man.
But to be fair, because I did cut my son's hair, because it was a last minute thing, never again. We ended up shaving it all because it was
bad. That was bad.
I don't think he ever forgave me.
I'm gonna tell you that was bad. He shouldn't. He shouldn't.
Your son is not gonna forgive.
I'm sure as his mother, yeah, he'll forgive you. But he ain't gonna forget that motherfucker.
Nah, fuck that, mom. Hey, mom, I love you.
How to do?
Mom, I love you, but I don't trust you with clippers in your hand, and I don't trust you standing behind me anymore. I love you so much. But
it's two things that my mom did to me that I'm just like, okay, I forgive you, but I'm not gonna forget you did the shit.
Nah, I'm not. No, mom, fuck that. Listen, mother, you fucked my hair up. Okay, I'm 35. I have not forgotten.
I ain't forget.
I ain't forget. Mom,
what made it worse is I'm the type of parent that I'ma laugh.
Exactly. Like give her a Mother's Day card.
Sometimes when I go to sleep, I still hear you laughing. You thought it was funny, huh?
I'm the parent. I'm the kid. Like if that was me, for Mother's Day, I would have got her a haircut tutorial on a tape and gave it to her in the box. Like that's called a gag gift. Like, Mom, you fucked my hair up, so I figured, so you don't fuck nobody else's shit up. Let's go ahead and get you the tape. We can figure out what you fucked up at, and we can work from there. You know what I'm saying? But you're not working on me no more. Fight, man. We gotta learn to fight fire with fire, man.
Okay, I know. It seems like I'm petty, and I am petty, but I tell people all the time, I don't make fun of people to disparage you. Sometimes I crack jokes on you, out of fun, but I do want people to do better for themselves. I never did it out of spite or out of meaning. I did it out of just and they understood. At least the ones that don't hate me understood, but
they didn't understand. What they didn't understand that it was fair game. If you could have thought of something funny enough to say to Ray, you probably could have got away with it. But hey, who wanted to battle Ray? Because battling Ray is like a 3-stage. It's like 3 stages of death in WWE. Like you got like 3 different people. It's a gauntlet. You got to go through it's gonna be a lot of motherfuckers that jump on your ass. So
you know what I realized? I gave a lot of people nicknames that stuck.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It was the glasses.
As soon as that nickname hit, that was the name. We never called anybody by their original name.
There's one dude, his name was Malcolm, and I called him Ed because he reminded me of Ed, and Eddie. And that stuck.
It did.
To the point where people thought Ed was his real name.
It did.
I think the best one we did was still Shoe Boots. That's the best.
Shoe Boots was legendary. Shoe Boots is so legendary. He changed his PlayStation name to that.
And
he still goes by that in our group chat. The fuck?
I'm about to say, that's how much that was.
The moral of the story: adopt a white boy.
Hey, Ray, you are the only person that can adopt a white boy and name him Shoe Boots. Shout out to you.
I did. I adopted.
We was talking about Tim's, and he called them Shoe Boots, so the name stuck.
Oh man, that shit was amazing.
Someone somewhere would almost consider that a hate crime, but hey.
Nah. When that boy take over the world, he gonna remember us. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
That boy's gonna take over the world one day.
Yeah, that's
we tell him that all the fucking time. You're gonna take over the world, but just remember us.
Yeah, don't forget about us, please.
Oh shit.
Any last words before we get on to our final thoughts?
Being petty can save a life. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right.
All right, we're gonna get into our final thoughts, and I'm gonna start with you, Crystal.
Oh no. All right. My final thought is that we're almost towards the ending of the year, and we really need to analyze. Like I always say, analyze your friends, check in on who's checking in on you, such as if you've even if they're an acquaintance and they're supposedly wanting to be more than an acquaintance, see what they value in their life and see if you're part of their circle without you having to push your way in if you want to even do that. Make sure that you have growth in your circle. Make sure no one in your circle is being stagnant. If they have ideas, try to push them forward to their ideas and see if they're doing that same thing for you, because we don't have time to fuck around next year with everything happening where it's mandated this, mandated that, and other things with the jobs and stuff like that. We just don't have time to have people that's not really there for us mentally, spiritually, and even health wise. I have a couple of friends that's always constantly telling me to eat healthy, and all I could do is say, you know what? At the end of the day, they want me to live long. Why am I getting upset? Why am I saying, oh, she just or he just is controlling over? No, they really give a fuck about my health. If someone really don't care about you, they wouldn't say shit. They'll just let you be and agree with everything that you do. They wouldn't challenge you, none of that. So all I'm saying is self-care. If you need to revamp your groups for growth purposes, spiritually and mentally, go ahead and do that. Because again, I feel like next year is no time to fuck around.
Agreed.
God bless you, Crystal.
That was some gems right there. D-Wolf is on you.
Well, to answer the question from earlier, how my mental health is doing, I'm really good compared to 2 years ago and last year. Yeah, because they have a positive outlook on how things are going because of how certain things are being revealed. And I feel like a lot of people are waking up to it. And I'm like, you know what? This is how it should be. You know, a lot of people have this grim outlook on how things are going because of what's going on. And I feel like, no, we don't want it. We don't need it. Like, let's focus on, just like we do with our personal lives. We want that type of future. We want a good future. Let's overcome this. We can do this. And I feel like that's going to happen. So with that, because, you know, sometimes the world will sneak in on what you're really concerned about in your personal life. And, you know, people have that to look at. And it's not good, and it's like adding to whatever you're dealing with. And for me, it's not. So there's that. And as for my final thoughts, I just wanted to ask y'all, like, why do you think they do this? Why is it that they would, when it comes to comic book characters and, you know, changing the race, the gender, the orientation, why do you think they do this?
I think they do it to try to expand their readers, but I feel like when they try to do that, you take away from the original readers that, you know, been riding with you and all that other stuff. But I really think they try to expand their readers, and, you know, maybe and hopefully it will garner them more money. And sometimes it doesn't, because like not just comic book characters, they try to do this for Playboy, where they put a man on Playboy and all that other stuff. And the person that I was debating with kind of proved my point, where she was like, she doesn't even buy Playboy. She liked the fact that, you know, there was a gay dude on there, but she doesn't even buy Playboy, nor does she buy their products and all that other stuff. And like, she just wanted the poster. She wasn't even going to buy the magazine. So it's just like, you kind of proved my point. So I just think they're trying to do it to expand money or to try to show people that they're inclusive. But I feel like it's only for the short money and the short run. Like in the long run, it doesn't do anything. I always thought it was bad business that they do that.
Okay. Anyone else?
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
Like, why do you think they changed the characters that we know, the traditional characters? Why do you think they are now, changing the race or even the gender, the sexual orientation, things of that nature? Why are they doing this to the traditional characters? Why do you think they need to do that?
Low self-esteem.
Damn.
I think it's straight up low self-esteem, because why do you need to change anything about anybody? You could just make your own shit, but you don't have the self-esteem to do so, so you change something else. It's and it's like I said the entire time. It's like the way like politics work, they pander towards these low self-esteem groups, so then they actually solidify amongst that low self-esteem. So if anybody says something about them, they lash out. Whenever somebody has a different opinion than them, they lash out because they get stuck in echo chambers. They don't have the proper conversations with the people they should be having conversations with, and as a result, they feel like they need to change something about anything in order to reflect them, when the self-love should already be there, so you don't need to change anything. You just need to recognize the people that actually fuck with you, but they don't do that.
Yeah.
This is recorded.
Yeah, it is. Thankfully.
It needs to be.
Anyone else?
Nah, what need to be said has already been said.
All right. Yeah, you killed it. Yeah, because I find that, because it never made sense to me is because they can't even answer why when you ask them, and their why never makes sense. It's like, oh, so they can relate to the character, right? And we're like, but we don't relate to any one of these. Like, who relates to Bruce Wayne? What black person? You understand? So that's why it's funny that that's usually their reason. It's inclusive and all this stuff, and I'm like, hold on. How many female characters like I grew up looking up to, that even as an adult, you look at these characters like, holy shit, first of all, they're badass, right? You get the female perspective on how it is to be a hero on their side, that a man can get to access that and learn from that, It's a fascinating thing. So when they start complaining about how you toxic, male toxicity. What was it called again?
Toxic masculinity.
Yeah, toxic. Yeah. So when they start complaining about that shit, we're like, as me personally, I'm like, unless you're a legit misogynist, I don't know. You know how much boys love this? Like, what are you talking about? For the very reasons I just gave. And all of them will give that answer, and all of them are the ones complaining about what you're doing to these, beloved characters. And I find that funny because we all learn something specific. We learn, like, what it is to be a hero and things of that nature. We're not really on the forefront. Are we really thinking about what they look like in the sense of they don't look like us? We're thinking about what they're doing, what their morals are. What problems are they solving? How do they solve it? And the messages in the end, like, those little, snippets that tell you, give you those little life lessons in the end, all those things. That's what we're looking at. We're not looking at who the fuck he looks like. When that character comes out, then we'll realize that. Then we attach to that and be like, oh, that's that extra thing we got now. We got the usual thing we like from our heroes, but now we got, now he looks like us. Yeah, but is that the major thing? Is that something to be concerned with, to even think of changing anything about the traditional characters and not do what we're meant to do, create new characters from your perspective so we can have an understanding of it and not force it in our face and do it. Sometimes a lot of them just do it to fucking troll to do this and fuck up our traditional characters. A lot of them admit it. This is one bitch. Oh my God, another fucking evil redhead. She's been working for DC Comics. She fucking admitted it. So I'm saying, like, somebody brought it up because I was going through Twitter and it led me to a YouTube video. And the guy, he was in an interview and he was concerned because he actually quit the company. He used to draw for actually DC, Marvel, a whole bunch of other people. And he just quit because he said, I don't like what they're doing, man. I grew up with these people, and I'm like, I don't even recognize them anymore. I can't even draw. So he stopped. And that's what he asked, because there was a guy on Twitter who was just on a long diatribe, like, why they needed to do it. Like, now we could relate, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, but wait, why? And none of them could really answer, like, no, really, why? We got all of that. So, yeah, that's why I asked. I wanted to hear your answers and be like, you see, you guys had an answer. You could relate, but we all get the same thing from it, you know? But, yeah. That's my final thoughts.
All right. Dion is on you.
Man, I'll tell you why I went out like a bitch. It's one thing if you take a L and just take that motherfucker gracefully, but come on, man. Why would Fury try to, like, you know, shake the dude hand? He started mouthing off and shit. Just come on, dog. That ain't the way. It's bad enough this man spanked you 3 times. I don't care what anyone says about the very first time Fury and Wilder fought. Fury won. I don't care if they called it a tie. Fury whooped his ass. You took 3 beatings from this man and got nerve to be like, oh, I don't respect you, this, that, and the third. At bare minimum, respect that right hook he put you on the ground with, dog.
You know where that came from, right? It came from a spiritual debate they had, like, prior to the fight. That's why he's like that, because he told him he was gonna beat him. He said, I beat you before. When he started talking in tongues and shit, he said, I told you before, you see that? That's what I'm gonna beat. And he did it. So he's like, no, I'm not taking this out. Because he had so much faith in what he was saying that he swore he was gonna win and he didn't. So it's like he can't. I remember that debate. And I was like,
the whole
shit.
notion that Deontay Wilder got his ass whooped is just it's not accurate. They both fought a good fight.
Yeah,
the better
Wilder
man
did put him on the ground a couple of times, but
the better man won. The more skilled fighter won. It wasn't. Didn't nobody he didn't get his ass whooped as if he didn't belong in that ring. He was working out in there. The better man won. It was an 11 round. How often do you see an 11 round heavyweight fight?
Not often.
Exactly.
Even still, I feel like Wilder didn't have to act the way he did.
And it wasn't completely one sided. Like
I know, but my point is Wilder didn't have to act the way he did at the end of that. That wasn't necessary.
I mean, that's just how he felt at the time. You never know how he felt. You never know. You just don't know. He still congratulated him afterwards in the post, and they both spoke. Tyson responded, said best trilogy ever. And yeah, all is well. It's just, shit happens. Look, man won. He won fair and square. It's all good. But I just don't like how people making it seem like Wilder just got his ass whooped because he didn't.
Is that it, Dion?
Yeah.
All right, Q's on you.
Still think he acted like a bitch.
You got lost in Metroid. Shut up.
And Q,
this life won't be able to live down now, man.
You should have never said that. That's some funny shit.
He got 2 more episodes till that shit is gone. So I sent this post to Ray. I just wanted to get a laugh out of it. The Art Institute of Chicago has fired all of its white female workers who are already financially well off because of lack of diversity. Thank you. I just wanted to laugh. That was just a quick laugh.
That's actually amazing.
Like that's the laugh out of exactly. Chris don't even know what to say.
I swear, when they have a shuttle and it's going to Mars, I'm going.
Hey, I swear. I gotta give me enough weed for that shit. But I don't know. I have a final thought. Kiss your kids. That's about it. The weather's changing. Be safe. Don't catch pneumonia, whatever it's called. Social distancing, I guess. Continue to wash your hands and all that good stuff. And Bianca Bella is better. There we go.
Okay, Father's on you.
So I'm gonna make this brief. So I recently posted a story about a man applying for over 60 jobs to discover if the labor shortage is real, and he only got one callback from those 60 jobs. So, and these were like entry level minimum wage jobs too. They weren't like, specialist jobs. These were pretty, like on the lower level. And as someone who is currently on the job hunt, this shit has got to be the dumbest shit I've ever willingly done in my life whatsoever for something so important as a wage or as something to, live off of. So you're telling me, like, I have 4.5 years of work experience and I can't even get a damn job at Chipotle. Like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? And it's not only just me. It's so many people. It's people with degrees. It's people that actually have experience. I even read one story of someone who actually was making 6 figures, lost his job in the pandemic, and still can't find work. So I'm like, yo, this is stupid.
It's bad out here.
It's stupid.
It's horrid out here.
I don't understand how it could get to this point, this bad. And these motherfuckers are the same ones talking about nobody wants to work anymore. Everybody just wants unemployment. And then I'm like, bro, first of all, it just shows your ignorance, because unemployment is something that is supposed to be a thing. If you don't have it, then there's no incentive for people to go out there and work, because if you lose your job, where's your money coming from? You want motherfuckers to you want every motherfucker to be homeless out here? You're really going to see a revolution then. I'm just like, this is a fucking economy that eats itself. And I don't know why people still defend this shit like it's okay. I don't know why. Like, I even said this before. If you have one job and you are not able to pay your rent with that one job, you are literally getting scammed. There's no reason for you to work there. The fact that there are jobs that don't pay well is absolutely disgusting to me. That's evil. People willingly putting themselves in positions just to, survive and just to, have a relatively decent life. They can't have that shit no more, because people want to be greedy and people want to exploit people, and people want to exploit other people just so they can laugh to the bank. And look at where it's got us now. I'm telling you, the collapse is going to be real. And when the collapse happens, you gonna see. I'm just waiting. But you know what? I'm not going to let it, bother me, because, I know my worth, and, I know what I bring to the table. And, maybe this is just a sign for me to, start my own shit. The only problem is I have a hand in so much shit. I don't know where to fucking start. So, I'm going to be figuring that out. But as of right now, I just want to let it be known. Job hunting fucking sucks. And yeah, that's my final thoughts. Fuck this shit. What the fuck was that?
Where'd that emoji come from? Who did that?
So Jesse just had an update, and I'm looking at fucking emojis and shit. So I don't know. Did y'all hear the applause earlier?
Yeah.
And the thing with the thumbs up? Yeah. I don't know if y'all can do it, but if there's like 3 dots, and Yeah, the raise your hand. You would like to speak and all that other stuff. It has the applause and all that shit. So,
wow.
I raised my hand, nigga.
Yeah, I did. You would like to speak, but you're.
I found it. Okay.
No, I'm just
okay.
like,
Jesse had an update, but it wouldn't fucking keep me.
Oh shit! This shit about to be tight.
Hey, next week. Okay, I can see this going to be a thing next week. So.
Oh, they done fucked up.
Oh man. So, Summer Walker is weird. I know. That's my final thoughts. I like her music.
I love her music.
Weird. I love her music. She's very talented, but she's a weirdo. I just gotta say it. I understand. Like, she's probably going through stuff mentally. Maybe she got some mental health and all that stuff. Maybe she's just awkward, but she's a fucking weirdo. But
she's an introvert.
Now I love her, but she is definitely a bonehead.
Yeah, she is a bonehead as well. But most of the time, I just think she's a fucking weirdo. You know who also think? Nah,
go ahead. You might as well say it now.
You already started.
You know who I also think is a weirdo, but I love her?
Who?
Keke Palmer.
Very. I'll punch you in the face next time, but I'll let you slide this time.
But you know what the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah, she is a weirdo.
But I love her. I do. But I think she's a lovable weirdo. So I think that's the thing about it.
Yeah, she's
Summer Walker is just a weirdo.
A weirdo.
So
not even a lovable weirdo, just
but I just realized a lot of these artists are a bunch of weirdos, and I think a lot, I understand we're in the place where a lot of us are discovering mental health and all that other stuff, and I understand completely. But there are some people I feel like you just gotta call them as what they are. Some of them are fucking weirdos. So that's all I say. I do understand the whole mental health issues, especially since having conversations with Father. I understand it more than I did 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But a lot of them are weird. But sometimes the old head in me goes, "You're a fucking weirdo." So that's my final thoughts. I'd like to thank the panel for jumping on again. I'd like to thank y'all for listening to hear us talk our shit again.
I knew someone was going to do it. Oh, no. I knew someone was going to do it.
This is, you know what? Let me just say podcast, and I'm signing out. Peace.
Cheers.
Bye.
Yeah.